All right. A good sign. See who got cut out this time. All right. The good sounds with the mouth noises. See who got cut out this time and who's not. Yeah. Looks like a room. They flip a coin to figure out whose turn it is to not come through properly.
To stuff that I don't own. The audio. Okay, it should come through in a second. There's that delay of like a few seconds where I just gotta wait.
Flip a coin to figure out whose turn it is to not come through properly.
To stuff that I don't own. And we're finally live for real with our sound and everything. All right, good to go.
You're a lot faster than usual, dude. We're getting better.
You know what? I haven't taken my dab yet. Usually I take a dab like 10 minutes before.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm good to go. And then, unfortunately, we got some random fucking German comment. All right, cool. Thank you, German person who's probably like advertising bullshit from a bot.
Yeah, sex bot probably.
But this time I got my my slicer thing from Amazon. I can't find a picture of it because it's hard to explain. Let's see. Here we go. Now, can I get just the picture? Open image, new tab. I'll put this in the chat, even though I doubt anybody's here or interested. Perhaps, fuck yeah.
Yeah, just in case.
Somebody be interested at some point, who knows? And post it in the thing. You see what I'm talking about there? In the Discord.
Let's check it out.
That thing, I'm hoping, is going to be pretty cool. Unless it turns out to be a piece of junk that falls apart. But it feels pretty fucking solid now that I've got it. It actually feels like a good product. Yeah,
it looks like a stapler.
Yeah, but you can cut like vegetables and stuff into small dices. It has grater attachments, so you can like grate cheese or vegetables or whatever. And then it has different sizes of grating that you can do. Plus, it's got one that does like the zest from oranges, or if you want to shred garlic or ginger real fine with it, you can do it with that grater.
Yeah, it looks like decent quality.
Yeah, and then the bin slides in and out. It's completely separate from the rest of the housing. So you don't have to take the whole fucking thing apart every time you want to empty out whatever you've chopped into the bin. And the blades just lift in and out real easy, but they fit securely, like they don't wiggle around or anything. And it's real nice. You can't turn them in backwards, like they only go in one way, which is also nice. But I'm looking forward to it. And it comes with the spiralizer thing, a little box with like a pencil sharpener kind of blade set up.
Oh,
that you can set up to either like cut like spiral sheets of something or turn a little dial to put other blades in place that'll cut it into little like strips. So you could make like little spaghetti strips out of like zucchini or other kinds of squash if you're cooking them that way.
Yeah, pretty versatile little tool there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to fucking around with it. I'm making potato salad this weekend to go with some barbecue ribs, specifically because of that thing. Because I'm like, I'm gonna use it to cut up all this stuff in the bits and bobs for potato salad. How about that?
What do you normally put in your potato salad?
Potato salad, potatoes. You gotta have some hard-boiled eggs. You gotta have a little bit of onion, a little bit of celery. Right, like those are the things. You don't want too much of either, though. You don't want to overdo it. And then you got to put in some either chopped up pickles, which I prefer, like chopped up pickles, or you can put in some like dill pickle relish or some sweet pickle relish, depending on whatever your flavor you like is on there.
Yeah.
But I'd prefer to actually cut up fresh sweet or dill pickles to go into potato salad just because it's better than the relish and it doesn't make the mayonnaises all watery and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't use pickle in it, but I definitely like pickle in
I gotta use
potato
pickle.
salad. How about bacon? You ever put bacon in it?
I do occasionally put bacon and occasionally some cheddar cheese, like just some shredded cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
But those are both like, I don't always put it in. I probably won't put it in this time. And then the other thing I like to put in is some sliced olives. But that's also one of those ones you don't have to put in every time. Like, say you're putting in bacon, hey, maybe you leave the sliced olives out because that's a lot of fucking salt.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want that much salt. Maybe you do. Maybe you put the olives in because that's what you like. But, you know, for me, it's a little too much, I think, with the bacon. But we got a bunch of olives left over from some pizza my sister made yesterday, so I'll probably slice those up and throw that in the potato salad. Because it's pretty much going to only be potato salad for me and my mom. I don't think my brother or my sister like potato salad. So it's not going to be a very big one. It's going to be a very small potato salad.
Gotcha.
Because I'm cutting back on the carbs. So I'll probably only have like a half a cup of potato salad for me and maybe a cup for my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, like maybe 1.5, 2 potatoes worth.
Right.
Very tiny fucking potato salad.
You're basically just making a couple portions.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Good shit.
Oh, maybe it makes more.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the celery and onion, although I don't mind it as long as it's chopped up finely enough.
Oh, that thing chops up real fine. Like fine, like as in the same size as you would find the pickles chopped in like pickle relish.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do with the onions and the celery. I want a little bit of the crunch in there, but I want them so fine that mostly you're just getting the flavor.
Yeah.
Because you want just a little bit of crunch here and there when you're chewing up your potato salad. But what you don't want is
again, I'm big on texture. Yeah, I'm big on texture and that kind of shit.
That's just too much, and it starts to get kind of annoying, and you're like, this isn't really
especially since everything else is kind of mushy.
Yeah, you're not getting the soft, creamy, smooth texture that you want. Yeah, you gotta have a limit there. Can anyone who's listening, if there's anyone that's listening, tell that we're fat?
Would you be shocked?
I don't know. Would you be surprised to find
we are overweight?
We are.
That we ingest more calories than are specifically required for our activity levels.
To be fair, I've switched up my meals and the way I eat pretty drastically to make some changes in that regard.
Nice.
So for breakfast, I'm sticking with a cup of cottage cheese, whatever's on sale. I like all cottage cheese, and it really kind of doesn't make a difference like what kind you get. Like if it's 2% or 4% milk fat kind of thing, because then they just add more sugar and the calories all come out the same anyway. Not that I'm complaining. No, joking aside, yeah. About a cup of cottage cheese and then a piece of fruit, maybe 2 pieces of fruit, depending on how hungry I am. That's my breakfast now. And then for lunch, I got these food bars that are 400 calories a piece, and they're made out of like nuts and seeds and a little bit of sugar. But I'd rather have a little bit of sugar than in a healthy fashion than a lot of sugar because I'm binging later. So I gotta have some sweet, something that's gonna keep me wanting to eat it.
Yeah.
Then I'll also throw a piece of fruit on top of that, and then maybe later in the afternoon before dinner has occurred, if I'm starting to feel hungry, which a lot of times I am, I'll have another piece of fruit. Like I bought a stainless steel pineapple corer slicer spiral thing, where you twist it down into the pineapple and you get one long strip of pineapple you can just cut up into cubes and throw into your Tupperware.
Yeah. Nice.
I got me one of those, like a heavy-duty stainless steel one, because I was like, I'm going to be eating a lot of fruit. I better invest in tools that are not going to fall apart the first time I use them, motherfucker. And,
it's kind of hard to find shit that's not just cheap Chinese fucking crap.
Yes, it's really fucking tough. And even the one I found, it's better than the average one. Definitely a huge step above the plastic shitty ones, which is what we had.
Yeah.
It's still kind of a little dodgy.
It's still kind of iffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a little iffy. But it should hold up pretty good for at least a year, I figure. From what I can see of it so far, I don't think it's going to be one of those like you have it forever things, but it's not going to be one of those breaks the third time you use it things.
Yeah, the day after the warranty expires.
Yeah, exactly. That's the real bitch right there. Is where you're like, oh, now I'm totally fucked because I threw away the box and everything, like the Mueller slicer thing and the pineapple thing. I'm keeping the boxes for like 3 weeks, maybe a month.
Right.
Like, I'm just gonna keep all that shit just in case I gotta send that motherfucker back. Like,
yeah,
I don't feel like getting screwed totally here. So I'm gonna order a pineapple with the groceries tomorrow because I'm gonna start using it right away. My sister's using the thing tonight for. I think she's got to cut up some onions, some garlic, and some mushrooms. Yeah, that's what she's got to cut up tonight. So it's going to get a little workout tonight, and I get to hear later how it works. I explained that I'm going to be on a call, and I don't need to hear it that badly that they need to come get me because I'll be on a Discord call.
Yeah, you can get the recap later.
Yeah, I'm 42. I don't need to see it used right away. But I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty nice. It really does seem like a pretty sturdy, decent piece of equipment as far as they go.
Yeah, it looks, like I said, looks pretty solid.
Yeah.
I would kind of want a deeper. Do they have different size
no
containers
with
the underneath thing
on the bottom? Yeah. So the thing is, I think what you have to do.
It's not a huge deal.
Yeah, I think what you have to do is what do you call it?
Yeah, dump it every few.
Yeah, like do your potatoes, dump that shit, switch out whatever blades you want if you're switching them out. Then you do your carrots. Then you do, dump those. Then you do your thing. But because it would be nice if you could get like a really fat bin underneath there, like a 2 or 3 times that size. Definitely.
Yeah, just get everything in there and already kind of mashed up together. Or stir it right in there.
Like a chicken noodle soup. I could do the carrots, the celery, the onions, and the mushrooms. It's not like mushrooms, my chicken noodle soup. All together in that little bin, and in all the same size, roughly. Or just switch out the blades between and just put it all in that bin and dump it all in at one time, because I don't really need them to be separated, that kind of thing.
Indeed.
But nothing ever works out exactly the way you want.
Yeah, still not a big deal. Just gotta
set a big ass bowl next to it and just dump it into the bowl over and over. Yeah, easy peasy.
Indeed.
I just really like that it's what do you call it? I can't think of the words. My words go bye-bye. I just like that it's kind of one of those really handy things to have. Like you don't have to like worry about
chopping your fingers off.
Yeah, chopping your fingers off or any of that shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
Did I not learn how to make legendary weapon and armor repair kits? That's weird.
Yeah, I just started playing Far Cry 4.
Oh yeah.
I've never played any of the Far Cry games before. But yeah, I literally just last night started playing that one.
You were talking about that and it sounded pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, I finished the Dishonored 2, and that one, it was okay, but I don't know. I have no desire to go back and play it again. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, although I might try to do a more stealthy, because I guess you get a different ending if you don't just kill everybody. And the first time, I absolutely killed everybody. Like, oh, you guys are just guests at this guy's house. Well, he's evil, so you probably are too. You gotta go.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, they also call for, like, guards if you don't fucking But you could also just knock them out. You don't have to fucking kill them.
Oh,
You
fair
can
enough.
like
Fair enough. Yeah.
you can take 3 seconds to choke them out instead of just slicing them fucking head off or something.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. That's kind of nice. You don't have to kill everybody. Because sometimes,
Yeah,
like,
but then you gotta like hide the bodies and shit. Because if it's one of those games where if somebody spots the body, the alarm gets raised.
okay, yeah.
So yeah, and plus if you're doing the, I guess it considers it high chaos or low chaos, depending on whether or not you're killing too many people. Um, but one of the options you have is when you kill somebody, their body just turns to ash and disappears, so you don't have to fuck around with hiding it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so the first time I'll probably go back through and try a stealthy, take my time approach.
Stealthy run, like a stealth run. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, see if I can how that turns out. Because it also affects shit like they're like, oh, we doubled the guard at this place because a bunch of the guards are dying at this other place. So it does kind of affect gameplay.
You can kind of like, you can kind of fuck yourself a little bit. Like, oh, now there's a fuck ton of guards. Oh, that's my fault. I shouldn't have killed those people.
Yeah.
I like when games do that, even if it's a little forced or feels a little silly. It's nice to have some sort of consequence to your gameplay.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess the ending is different too, depending on how.
Oh, how you accomplished what you did to win.
Yeah, like if you just again don't kill most of the people, then like the ending is like an optimistic ending, and I think they call it a cynical ending. Like, yeah, she got her throne back, but she was a total bitch, and her dad became like a fucking tyrant in another state or another what do you call it, country.
Oh, there's a reason they call it country, and she's the one that put the cunt in it.
But yeah, I guess it's kind of fucked up because like she's a pretty idealistic person, before all this fucked up. Before she gets her throne jacked from her and all that shit. So yeah, it's interesting, but I don't really care about the ending. I just beat the game. Whatever the alleged ending or whatever happens afterwards doesn't affect me all that much.
You're not as worried about the end of the game as much as the getting to the end of the game part.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair though, I mean, it's you're the one playing the game. If that's what you enjoy, then that's what you enjoy. Like it's not really like it matters.
Yeah, just
your lack of caring about the other stuff isn't going to affect anyone else's caring about it. So.
Yeah, it's not like it's the real fucking world.
Yeah, exactly.
I would care then. But
it's like the people who get mad about shit you do. Okay, so here's one. In that video from wherever it was, the one about the what do you call them? The AI friends or whatever, the AI personalities that people are like getting to be friends with or getting involved with romantically online or whatever weird shit was going on with the cell phone AIs. It seemed like people were like fall in love with them, which was real fucking weird to me, but whatever.
Yeah, they made a movie about that, right? Like with the Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be, like, haha, that's funny. That would never happen in real life. And then everybody moves on with their fucking day. Not supposed to be. Oh no, that's exactly what happened. Everybody is in love with robots now. All right, cool.
Yeah,
that's fucking
that was not a blueprint for how to live your life.
Yeah.
It was a fucking.
I want a sex robot. I don't want to have to give a shit about the sex robot or like pretend I do. That's fucking obnoxious.
Yeah. Kind of defeats the purpose. Or maybe not. Everyone has different purposes for their sex robots, I imagine.
Okay, good. I have to, I'm playing Conan again. It's finally working somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, finally it's working correctly.
The whole thrall situation, or is it still fucked up?
The thralls are still kind of fucked up, but now that the somehow the server issues have started to get worked out so that they're actually functioning, they're not as bad. And then I found out that it turns out they changed the value that you make armor at. So, for instance, if I made armor before the update, and then I make armor after the update, the armor I make after the update is a whole fucking lot stronger than the armor I would have made before.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah, that had a big part of it. They were like, 500 points of armor short of where they could have been. My fellas that died so easily.
No, gotcha. So they might be weaker, but you can at least get them better armor?
You can get them better armor, and if you make it correctly, you can really upgrade their defense substantially just through the armor.
Yeah.
Yep. And now
I kind of like having
go through and replace all the fucking armor that they've got.
Oh, right.
Because they also changed the bonuses. So
like
some
the
armor
enchantment.
that used to give a bonus
enchantment.
to health, it would give a bonus to their statistic that their health stat, their vitality. It would give like a bonus to, so it would increase their hit points by whatever having one more point of vitality would do. Well, now they'll like increase your hit points by like 48 hit points. Well, most of the thralls get like, the really good ones get like, a few hundred hit points per point of vitality. So a plus 48 hit points is totally fucking pointless when you're sporting like 4,000 hit points.
Right.
But you as the character who might have 476, like what I have right now hit point wise, another 50 hit points makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So there's no point. So any of the thrall armor that had hit point bonuses on it, I have to switch out for some other kind of bonus that actually will make them more useful instead of wasting it on hit points that they don't really need.
Yeah, that's not really going to make a significant difference.
Yeah, exactly. 48 hit points to somebody with 4,610 is like a fucking in the bucket.
Yeah, it's like 1%.
But there's strength bonuses on the armor, percentage bonuses, so those actually still have a big effect. So I'm just making them all suits of strength. Nothing else involved, so that it's works again better. Gives me more to do with my time anyway. Like, I need stuff to do in the game as is, so like now I'm rearming all my fucking thralls. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Can you break down the old armor and like reuse the
you can't get all of the materials back, but you can get some of the materials back. So, but yes, I am as I replace the armor, grinding it down and getting like a few of the bits back.
Yeah, that's better than nothing.
Well, like for instance, one of the things is I gotta harvest these armor scraps, and that that can take a very long fucking time. I'm probably gonna be doing that most of today.
Right.
Like I'll just be mining out some silver and then just harvesting a whole bunch of fucking armor scraps, because I just set a timer and go back to my screen every 15 minutes and kill the boss and take some more scraps. But you get like 10 every time you kill the boss, and it's like 14 for every piece of armor, and I've got 40 thralls.
Yeah. So it drops at a decent thing, but it still takes a while.
I gotta kill the boss, like 100 times essentially.
Yeah, to get everybody up.
Yeah, like maybe 100 times, maybe more, to get everybody armed where I want them to be.
Alright, I'm gonna switch over to my computer. Give me a second.
Sweet. Man. And oh yeah, what is it? Is anybody watching our stream yet? Yo, what's up, Mr. Stenchever? How's it going?
Yeah. All right.
Mr. Stenchever was stopped by there.
Nice to have visitors every once in a while.
Every once in a while. Hey, maybe we'll get lucky in Samaj or something.
God take you!
Indeed.
Oh my god, I upgraded my Thrall's weapons to bar stools, which is a legendary weapon that you have to craft with like really expensive shit. And oh boy, they just destroy everything now. God damn.
Right.
They just murder all the fucking enemies.
Turn the sound down on that.
Well, it's nice when they actually function and you can, count on them actually doing something in the fight as opposed to like
Just wandering
off,
off.
staring in space, wandering in random directions for no reason.
Curse you! Curse you!
Going into a couple fucking swings and fights or whatever. Stand there and like take a swing every 10 minutes. You're like, well, that's gonna get you killed.
Taste death!
Alright. That sucks.
Yeah.
So the AI is totally fucked.
But it seems to have worked itself out where they figured out
God
some fix
take
for it.
you! You picked the wrong fight! Die! I'll curse you!
Oh, did you hear the North Carolina, the sad news out of North Carolina?
What's that?
God take you!
There was a big case about
Die!
civil asset forfeiture. You know, where the whole like, oh, you're carrying more than $5,000. Well, it must be from a criminal enterprise, and we can just take your fucking money, and you have to prove it's not in order to get it back. We just keep it for no trial of any kind or any sort of like actual evidence to prove that it's not. You know, that it might actually be like a bad thing. They don't have to prove that. They just have to take your fucking money. But that unfortunately got held up again in the state Supreme Court of North Carolina. There are a lot of different cases, I guess, right now going on where people are trying to like put an end to that because they are not fans.
Yeah. And some of them, the fucking threshold is fucking really low. Like, it's not even having to be
It's not even $5,000, it's like
$1,000.
$2,000 or something. Yeah, there's a few where it's just like, you kind of have to
Yeah,
stop for a minute
sometimes
and
it's
be
like,
really?
just like
$2,000?
$700 or $800, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because,
it's
like, what if
fucked
you're just going to buy
up.
a car? Like most people want cash when you're buying a car.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
some
dude.
people
Or
will take a
guns or
cashier's
fucking
check.
whatever.
Some people will take a cashier's check, but a lot of people just want cash.
Yeah.
They don't want any record because they're going to lie about how much they sold it for so they can get, like, less money off of the title transfer, less tax to pay on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Die!
To be fair, like, I don't have a lot of sympathy for that, but at the same time, like, fair enough. I can see there's nothing really that harmful about Uncle Sam not getting every penny that he's not really owed for any reason. Like, why are you charging me money that I've already paid income tax on? Like, now I'm buying a car, so you gotta take money from that? Like, no, dude, I've already paid income tax. They're gonna pay income tax on it. Why are you taxing it twice? Why is there a road tax on top of it's just fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
Because it's just so fucking dumb. But, it is what it is, and, But if we're lucky, who knows, maybe in the next, 5 or 10 years, some court will make a mistake and not, say the right things exactly, and it'll actually give them wiggle room to force it into, like a Supreme Court, or... Because, this Supreme Court is very different from the other Supreme Courts and actually might follow the letter of the law.
Right.
Like, you have to have some sort of guilt or something, in order to, divest someone of their property.
God take you!
Because it's really,
Die!
one of the things I think most people who because a lot of people have never heard of civil asset forfeiture, because it's just never affected them.
God take you!
Live somewhere where it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas I suppose some people live in Las Vegas where it happens every day, multiple times a day, because they just track gamblers and then rob them on the way out of the fucking state all the fucking time. But yeah, the first thing they say is like, isn't that like against the Constitution? And you have to say like, yes it is, because there's all sorts of rules in the Constitution about requiring due process to people. Why this would be suddenly magically outside of that particular set of rules makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it should be easily recognized as unconstitutional.
Yeah, it basically skull fucks the Constitution. It's so bad, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. You know, can't fucking change it myself. No reason to sit and complain about it all the time.
Indeed.
But it was unfortunate that that grade is kind of the way it is, because it would be kind of cool if it had gone the other way. And North Carolina is usually a very by the Constitution kind of thing, so it is a little. It was one of the better cases it had of ever being like dismissed.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well.
Take you. Die.
Oh, I just realized the fucking sound of this is probably really loud.
Oh.
It has really loud music that plays whenever you're fighting any kind of monster. It's kind of cool the first little bit you hear it, but then after a while it kind of gets monotonous.
Right.
God take you.
Oh, I saw the dumbest motherfucker on Reddit, which is not a surprise, I think, to anyone. It's Reddit. This thing was arguing that, like, well, why would you be able to carry guns anywhere? It doesn't say anything about Times Square in the Second Amendment. You know, there's no reason they can't ban guns in like certain places. And I'm like, well, it doesn't say anything specific about the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the freedom of, like, what do you fucking... So you just, like, slavery is still legal because the Emancipation Proclamation didn't take effect in Times Square, apparently, either? And this is this fucking dumb thing? So then he's
if a place is not specifically mentioned, then it doesn't apply.
Yeah, and there's all these people giving him thumbs up on Reddit like he made some sort of fucking genius discovery that no one else had figured out. Oh, yeah.
That checks out.
And
fucking idiot.
So he replied with, because I was just like, you should probably just never talk again. like I forget what I said, but it was very unkind.
Oh, you told them to look up logical fallacy, basically?
Oh, no, wait, that's even better. Okay, so the guy tells me, when I do that I'm strawmanning him. As if I'm making an argument he didn't make and then arguing against it. But he thinks, as he put it, strawmanning is just pushing an argument in a direction it's not fair. like... so fucking, it's just like, oh, I said that, then I re-outlined his argument and my argument, like in a different comment, and explained what a straw man was. I was like, no, actually, this is what a straw man fallacy is. You should probably not use the word fallacy if you don't know what you're talking about. Like, you should genuinely, like, you should just go look this shit up and, like, learn what to talk about. You really don't want to keep making yourself look this dumb. But goddamn, that was just like...
But everyone was like, oh yeah, great point, buddy. Yeah, you're right, Times Square isn't specifically mentioned.
Yeah, that's the part that gets me, like the one that just makes no goddamn sense. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that's the dumbest shit on the planet. Like, why would where you are have anything to do with your rights? That's the dumbest thing. Yeah. Like, we make exceptions as a nation for certain things that we've all agreed upon, like you can't just grab all your guns and go hang out wandering around a military base, because you're just not allowed to wander around a military base in general whenever you feel like.
Right.
Like, it's not even about, like, the guns at that point. It's just, like, you're not supposed to be on a military base chilling out like that's just your normal day-to-day activity. Because, you know, that's what, you know, our military is for, and they're doing their job, and you don't want to fuck it up.
Indeed.
Love that manly, sparkling water that I drink.
Gods take you!
Yeah, Reddit is fucking, that is a whole, just a fucking retard sometimes, man. It's like, what? How do you get that many stupid people in one place? I guess when you really just, like, only allow one group of people to put forth ideas and no one else is allowed to, you really get some retarded fucks, because god damn, dude, some of the shit those people think is just beyond the pale.
Ah, damn.
You know, like, yeah, and then of course, you know, like, but I don't generally argue that much on Reddit, because, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Just every once in a while you see
pointless.
something that's that dumb, and you're like, alright, well, that's my, like, once a year comment that I gotta reply to, because I gotta see where this goes. Like, how dumb is this motherfucker, and how deep does this rabbit hole fucking go?
Yeah. Yeah, Twitter, Reddit, yeah, there's a lot of places where it's just fucking pointless.
Yeah, and yeah, you're exactly. There's really not. There's nothing to really be gained from most of those places when you're arguing. Like, you're not changing anybody's mind, and especially places like Twitter and Facebook and Reddit. Probably a fair portion of the people you're talking to are just bots. Like, most of the thumbs up on those comments that they leave that are just really dumb, probably robots. It's probably fake numbers. I don't think a lot of this stuff is real. I think, because I honestly, like, there's a few people I've met in real life that genuinely follow suit and believe this sort of bullshit that the Democrats are handing out. This weird socialism stuff. But it's extremely rare. Most people are just like, oh yeah, no,
fairly reasonable.
You know, as soon as they understand what you're talking about, they're like, oh no, that's awful. Why would you allow high school kids to chop off their genitalia? Like, that's completely absurd. You know?
Yeah. I was watching, was it Nick Rekieta last night, and he was playing a video from back in, like, I think it was 2015, 2016, and I think it was at Vanderbilt University.
Oh, yeah.
They were talking, like, about how they should be doing the gender reassignment shit. Not for any, you know, like, good for the kids or good for whoever, but because it would bring in a shitload of money.
Yeah,
Like, that was their pitch. So yeah. For the
That's,
most part, it's mostly about money and less about political bullshit, dude.
There's one large medical group that's making money off of this primarily, or like a two or something like that. There's like one or two companies that are making fuck tons of money off of this transgender bullshit. So they don't give a shit about your 14-year-old committing suicide like 2 years later because they don't have a penis anymore, or they don't have a vagina anymore, or their breasts are gone, or they've got terminal cancer because they've been taking hormones that they shouldn't have been fucking taking because it's not fucking safe. Whether or not your child actually had gender dysphoria has nothing to do with it to them. Like, because, like, I understand, all right, you know, if somebody's suffering from something like genuine mental health issues that is really extreme and is causing them an enormous amount of distress, like gender dysphoria, then there needs to be some sort of treatment. And if you've tried every other thing, like, you've tried antidepressants, you've tried therapy, tribe, whatever else you can come up with, and there's there's nothing left, and yeah, maybe that's the only option that makes them happy.
But yeah,
it should be given a while to make sure it's
genital mutilation and drastic medical protocol, like medication protocols, are not your go-to for any of that. Like they shouldn't be. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sickening. Yeah, because they don't give a fuck about what's gonna happen.
Well, they just want to make their $20,000 off of the fucking government, or $100,000, whatever the fucking price is that they're making off of it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. They give no shits about.
Right. Yeah, they just want to make that money. That's all they want. They want that fucking cash. Fuck you, fuck your kid. As long as they're making that cash, that's what matters.
Yeah. It's so fucked up, dude. People are that driven by profits. They're like, oh, I don't care if these fucking losers kill themselves. Fuck them.
Your kids aren't real people to them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a complete lack of fucking empathy, dude. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be middle class. You fucking anybody under upper class is just considered the poors.
Yeah, essentially.
You should be part of the fucking elite.
You're not people, and as long as whatever you're doing profits them in some way, that's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really disgusting way to look at the world, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's real twisted. It's super fucking twisted. Like, there's really no way to justify the horrific things that get done to so many people.
Yeah, it's like they don't give a shit if you're a good person, bad person, any of that shit. They're just like, fuck it.
No.
As long as I'm making money, and it's nobody that I care about, which I'd imagine for most of them is almost nobody.
Yep.
That they genuinely give a shit about.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I hate when they do that to kids. I really do. And they basically tried to do it to the whole country with the COVID-19 vaccines, and succeeded, because it's the same group of people making that kind of money.
Yeah, the pharmaceutical companies, all that shit.
Well, I believe the same medical group is behind a good portion of the vaccine stuff that went on too.
Yeah,
it's like an investment group, it's like they don't own like 50,000 different doctors' offices, but they have a small piece of all of it, so they get like a percentage of this, that, and the other thing from whatever government money they're sucking up, kind of things.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating. But sadly, there's not much we can do about that. Our politicians can just be bribed openly in front of everyone, and nobody seems to care enough to put a stop to it. Although I'm kind of wondering, with hostility involved in the Nazi comments and whatnot, if we're not getting close to the point where people aren't going to have a choice, where it's going to be they're going around and picking up fucking conservatives and putting them in camps, and your choice is to either shoot the people that come for you or go to the camp and die there.
Oh shit, that reminds me.
And then, what was it, the kid that got run over by the fucking psycho liberal? The psycho Democrat that killed a little kid?
Oh yeah, yes, dude.
Because he was a Republican? And it's from the psycho piece of shit's own fucking words? I'm not going to say his name. Well, let's never ever say that guy's name, by the way.
Right.
When they did the crime.
Yeah, I'm unaware who it was anyway, but...
Yeah, I'm just saying, I would prefer not to name those particular kinds of people because I don't want to have any sort of incentive for people to, what do you call it?
Yeah, for their notoriety or infamy or whatever.
For notoriety. Like copycat, incentive for anybody to copycat. That was the word I was thinking.
Oh, gotcha, okay. I thought you meant just for the people to.
Yeah, it's just
Shit.
such a gross
Damn
thing
it.
to do. Like, the last thing you want is people to be like, well, you know, he did it and I can do it and I'll be cool too, and everybody loves this guy and all this other shit.
Yeah, nah.
And his whole
That guy's
reason
famous.
was, you know, the guy was a Republican and part of a conservative group at his school. That was why he gets to kill the kid. Like, all right, what the fuck? And then it's not. It's playing on like a few like local Fox News stations, so they're not even like. It's like they're keeping it real quiet because they don't want people to hear it. Because I think what they were hoping with all this stuff they've been stirring up is that some Republican would go batshit crazy and start killing people. And they would be like, see, guns are dangerous, Republicans are dangerous, you can't have either.
Yeah.
They're not.
Oh yeah, Ricada. When Ricada was going over that stuff, he's like, or actually, I don't think it was him, but somebody on the stream was like, "Yep, see, cars are dangerous. We got to outlaw all cars." You know, because he hit him with his car instead of using a gun, dude.
Yeah, instead of using a gun. Well, you know, I actually had somebody trying to use the car analogy, and so I fixed it for them and used it, and they didn't like it. Because you can compare cars to guns in a way that's accurate.
Yeah.
Which is to say,
yeah, they're fucking dangerous in the wrong
they're
hands.
tools, and whoever's using them has to use them in the correct fashion, or they face punishment for misusing them and putting other people at risk. So you know, if somebody driving a car, maybe they're speeding, well, there's a fine for that because they're speeding, and that puts other people's safety at risk. But the fact that they're driving isn't a problem. And you don't punish them for driving, nor would you punish somebody for owning a gun. But you might punish somebody for brandishing a firearm.
Yeah.
So, like, if they're, what do you call it, waving it around on the fucking subway because they want to scare somebody, or they're mad or something, then they face potential fines and potential jail time because they're putting everybody at risk. And it's very frustrating that people pretend that that's not like the real, you know, like the comparison.
That's not
like, well, you need a license to drive a car. Well, a car isn't a right. You know, there's no right to drive a car in the Constitution.
Gods take you.
But it's just, they did not like that. They're like, you're just fucking. They never have a good response. They just immediately default to like.
That's not the same thing.
And why am I even talking to you? You're so fucking dumb. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like no, they're not the same thing. And you're like, why not? Well, because it's devastating to my argument.
Yeah,
that's their fucking. They won't actually say that.
You say it like that.
Curse you.
Yeah, when you make that totally valid point, it's devastating. I might have to actually.
That's not fair.
I might have to actually think about something and, you know, possibly swap my opinion. So I can't have that kind of shit happening.
You picked the wrong fight.
It's really obnoxious.
Die.
Yeah.
Gods take you.
People just, well, I don't know, man. If you're not reconsidering at least some of your opinions occasionally, dude,
Taste death.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you even have to change them, but you should be fucking, you know.
If somebody has a good argument for abortion, I'm willing to listen.
Die.
I think it's murder, and murder is wrong, and that's my argument. You know, like, I don't even like babies. I fucking hate babies. Babies are fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, that comes
acid
down
all over you. I mean, why would anybody want one? I don't understand that part. But you know, whatever. Like, people want them, so you shouldn't be able to kill them because they're people. I mean, eventually.
Yeah, I hear you. I still consider them STDs for the first, you know, at least the first dozen weeks or whatever.
Yeah, I understand where people are coming from with that. I just
don't
understand
it's an
how
opinion.
the logic works that the stage of development determines whether something's alive.
Yeah, no, I hear you, dude.
That's like saying
it's
a caterpillar's not
opinion,
alive.
Dude.
All right, a caterpillar's not alive because it's not a full butterfly.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just view it as again because teenagers are, especially that kind of shit.
Well,
like
and
teenagers
you don't
just
have to be
irresponsible and
morally
horny.
against the murder of a baby at that point. That might be totally fine and palatable to you, and that's okay.
Yeah, no, I could never do it myself, dude. I just feel like it's, their fucking choice.
I just prefer people
Again,
use
I'm
accurate
definitely
language.
against the late term abortions. Are fucking disgusting, dude.
The one where they put the fucking
can't.
spike through the baby's neck and like rip its head off as it's
or the
partially
really late
crowning and
ones.
shit.
Well, no, there's ones where, and again, it's been a long time since I had heard about this, but I actually worked at this place that did like fundraising for against to try to stop late term abortions. And basically, they were saying like at a point, there's like you're killing something that's totally able to live outside the body, and basically what they do when it's that point is they will instead of having the baby come out head first, they will bring out everything except the head. Once the head's out, whether it comes out first or last, they have to fucking try to save it or whatever, like legally, in a lot of places. So they'll basically keep just the head in, and yeah, basically what you're saying, just stab it in the fucking neck, kill it.
Yeah, it's pretty grotesque. Yeah, the way they do it is.
Yeah,
I think
grotesque,
most people, if they were to observe the fucking procedure, would probably vomit.
Yeah. Because I remember talking to some bitch at a fucking party. I was all fucking wasted, but I'm like, yeah, but do you know what the late term abortion is? And I went to start to describe it, and she's, I don't even want to hear that. I'm like, what the fuck, really? You don't know what the procedure is that you're fucking totally supportive of. You're just fucking doing it because
you shouldn't be able to do that. That's
parents?
not okay. Like, you can't be like, no, I want to make this legal, but I'm unwilling to watch this happen. It's like, no.
Yeah. You should be aware of what the thing entails that you're fucking supporting, dude.
I'm all for the death penalty. I have seen people die of like lethal injection. I don't know if I think I've seen people die of the electrocution. Because it's the internet.
Yeah,
you're going to see that shit sometimes, whether you meant to or not. To be fair.
I've seen it on the Green Mile. Is that close enough?
Not really.
I know. I mean, it looked pretty bad.
Well, I mean, they're pretty accurate in how like the whole process works in 3 Mile, but like.
Yeah. Although, I don't know, the one where he deliberately doesn't get the sponge wet and the dude just fucking bursts into flames and shit. God damn, dude.
I don't know if that's true or not. That seems like it might be made up for the movie.
Yeah, it could be. Could very well be. But I mean, I assume there's some reason they get it wet. It's got to be some kind.
Well, I would imagine it may not actually make contact or electrocute the person at all. And as far as I'm aware, there are certain laws and stuff that are applied where you can only pull the switch so many times if they're not dead.
Oh,
right. They've been punished enough. You can't just keep trying to kill them. Like it's starting to become torture now. You have to. They get to live. You fucked up enough that they get to not die.
I wonder if that's considered your sentence served, though. Like, are you just go back to life in prison or something?
I have no idea. I would imagine it comes out to sentence served.
Yeah, probably should.
I mean, seriously, like, if somebody... Well, you know what? All honesty, I don't think I'd ever want anything that would be so unfucking guaranteed as a execution policy anyway.
Gods take you!
I'm not a fan of electrocution. I mean, lethal injection is probably the kindest and gentlest way to do it. Like, they basically are put to sleep and then put to final sleep forever. While they're asleep,
people in the chat were
unlikely they're feeling any pain or anything like that.
We have Sensoka and Fading Dark in the chat that we're ignoring completely.
Oh, no.
I don't know if they're still here now. Probably at least one of them is left. But yeah, welcome.
Welcome.
If you're still sticking around after we ignored all your comments. Okay. Oh, they're talking about the... Can't have an elective abortion. It's 24 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
they don't do the late terms anymore.
To buy a gun. Depending on where you
Yeah.
buy the gun, Fade, and depending on what kind of gun you're buying.
All right. And you're saying the latest anywhere is 24 weeks? Is that right?
I believe there's some
dude, I thought
places where you can
Virginia-
buy a rifle without a background check first.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going down to the abortion thing. Her last comment.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong though. I could be wrong on that. But I'm pretty sure there's a few places.
Yeah, I
where,
thought
like,
Virginia passed one where you could literally kill the kid after you took it out of him, or some fucking crazy shit like that.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
didn't
he
Northland?
wanted to. He was advocating.
Oh, okay. You tried to, and obviously everybody was like, "You're fucking insane."
Yeah, basically even like the left was like, "Whoa, dude, too far, too fast. We want to be able to kill people for no reason. And just, you're not supposed to say it out loud."
All right. Damn.
Like, yikes! Don't give away our evil plans.
You said the quiet part out loud, dude.
Yeah, really.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna switch over again real quick. Hold on. Oh, wrong button. Come on.
Who's on and why am I holding him? Is he scared?
Why am I not? Oh, there it is.
Oh, there's a baby scorpion. That's what the music was.
And we're back.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Yeah. You're waiting in silence for me
What
to
else
come
is
back.
going on? I've been watching a lot of fucking Critical Role, which is like a D&D show. Where it's
like
literally
in
just
the
a group of
world.
people that play D&D and they just film it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's very
interesting.
entertaining for me, at least. I quite enjoy watching it, but
Yeah.
it is a lot of math
What is-
and numbers involved. But I like the RP part of it, where they're. Here's the other aspect of that makes it more fun. They're all voice actors.
Oh, gotcha.
So I forgot to point out the part where it's like, oh yeah, this is actually entertaining and not shitty because it's not just a bunch of losers playing D&D. It's
They're actually like acting it out.
voice actors. They're doing voices for the characters and getting like super into the characters, and like there's
So it's like,
hilarious
everything's
moments and
just,
intense moments and heartbreaking moments when like characters die and all sorts of wacky shit,
Yeah. Dude, it would be like, that's one of the situations where like overacting would be fucking perfect. Just having like a drawn out death scene or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying all kinds of poetic shit as you're dying. That'd be pretty fucking funny.
They do. They get really into it. Like, so like there's points where characters die and they're crying on screen because they're really playing the part. Like they're really getting into the fucking role. Which is why they call it Critical Role, I imagine. Why they named it that.
Sure, why not? Checks out.
Damn.
Fuck.
And I think they did like the typical characters the first campaign they went through, where it's like, there's the obnoxious bard, the sneaky thief, the aloof wizard, and the fucking drunken, super strong barbarian guy. Oh, is some fuckstick in here stealing silver? There's been a lot of people online lately, so it's hard to get to the resources before they harvest them all sometimes.
Oh, gotcha.
Fight.
Like, I'm just mining shit, because I didn't want to do anything that was too distracting, like, while I was trying to, like, fucking do the cast. Like, I think Overwatch is just too much to fucking do while I'm trying to talk and think about things.
Alright. I hadn't uploaded any videos of the puppy in a while and annoyed people, so I felt like I needed to share another video there in the Discord.
More puppy videos out there.
Yeah.
I don't know,
This
man.
one was
If there's
just
one thing
him.
the internet never seems to get bored of, it's fucking kittens and puppies.
Yeah. And he's an adorable little golden retriever puppy.
Yeah,
So
he's a
why
very
not?
Cute little pup. Very cute pup.
Yeah. Again, way more aggressive than I remember
would
golden
definitely
retriever
eat other
puppies
animals
being.
before I would resort to eating that puppy. You know, like if there were other dogs around. He would not be the first emergency food.
Why is it not letting me post a fucking... It's not letting me post it. Do I need to do something special? Oh, no, here we go. Okay. There we go. If anybody likes golden retriever puppies, I'm basically was really just using it for storage because I'm trying to clear out my phone. And I was like, fuck, man, I gotta upload this to a computer. And I'm like, fuck that. I'll make YouTube fucking do the storage.
Yeah, that's a good thing for YouTube. You can even make the videos private if you really don't want anybody to see it for whatever reason.
Yeah, but I figured there might be a few people out there that want to see it, so fuck it.
Well, you're uploading a puppy video. I'm just saying, like, if you were uploading a video that was like, I don't know, something with a family member or whatever, had your address on it,
right.
Private, and then send links to the family you wanted to see it only, and not, have it visible to everyone.
Nope. I at least didn't mark it like you have to. I guess when you upload them, you have to put like yes, safe for kids, or no, not. And even though they're totally safe for everybody, I mark it as no.
Oh, maybe they think it's a different kind of puppy, over at YouTube.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna trick the furries into watching my videos.
Yeah, fucking puppy play, weird. Creepy
what? Not for kids? Golden retriever? Oh, I gotta see this.
They're like, oh, I lost my boner, or maybe got a stronger boner because they're creeps and probably into fucking animals.
Yeah, but yeah, this time he had basically. We finally, like, for the while, we were letting him kind of dig because he's so intense, dude. With it, it's fucking like adorable watching him dig shit up. But now he's doing it like all over the place, so now we're having to fucking stop him.
Yeah, that's one of those things with dogs. Like, there's a lot of behaviors that it's cute in one time, but it's not really cute long term, and it can be real bitchy. Yeah, you encourage it with all the, like, oh my god, that's so fucking cute, and then like he keeps doing it, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's
now
like
I've
the
told
biting
him it's
thing.
good to do it so many times. I gotta pull the rug out from under him.
Yeah, it's like the biting, because again, at first when he was a little puppy, and he would never bite hard, or hardly ever bite hard, he was just play biting or whatever. But yeah, even then we recognized, even way before it became a problem, like, alright, we gotta stop letting him do this shit. Because I would let him like just fucking gnaw on my hand, because he, again, never bites down hard. But yeah, now he's bigger, and especially when he gets really excited, he does it to my son a lot, because again, obviously he's the actual owner, so he's fucking god to the puppy, you know what I mean?
Like,
so he's always
like
way
the feeding and the caring for, and like, taking the puppy to the bath and...
So, like, especially when he first gets home from work and that kind of shit, the puppy's super excited and he just can't control himself, and he's biting because that's affection for him, Yeah. In fact, the other night he broke his skin with it, dude.
See, so that's why, you never want to encourage that. You never want to encourage biting.
Yeah, I mean, we only let him go
digging. You never want to encourage peeing in the house.
Yeah, I mean, the biting thing we stopped after, like, I don't know, maybe like into the second week, so it's not like that went very long, and he's usually really good about stopping, because he'll start to try to, like, I can see, like, I recognize the fucking, his motions that he's, about to start trying to bite, and I'll fucking be like, no biting, and then for some reason, like, I hold up like a closed fist, and he knows, once he sees that, he needs to stop. But with my son, he's just, again, so super excited to see him that he just fucking can't help himself. Plus, my son's not nearly as forceful with his, like, hey, stop doing that shit. So, he's got to learn to be a little more fucking assertive.
A little more like, hey, no.
Yeah.
I think people don't realize that there's a lot of middle ground with dogs. Like, you don't have to be abusive to tell them no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you just tell them no, like... Maybe you shake a can of pennies or you spray him with a squirt bottle or something. It's not anything that's going to hurt him, but it's enough to be like, oh, I don't like that. Because, I wouldn't want to get sprayed in the face with a spray bottle.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
was peeing on the carpet, and
Yeah.
that's the only way they could stop me. Well, fair enough. You gotta stop me from peeing on the carpet.
You picked the wrong
Yeah, dude, he got potty trained super fucking fast, dude. I was amazed at how quickly he picked it up, dude. It was like a week, dude. Maybe a week and a half.
Some dogs do that. Like, it's so fast. And you're just like amazed. You're like, how the fuck?
Yeah, because he, I would say probably, like in the first 3 weeks, he would have an accident here and there, and I don't think he's had any since then, dude. Like, it was within like 3 weeks where he was just, and again, like the last week and a half of the 3 weeks, he had like maybe 2 or 3 accidents. So he was mostly trained, and now he's good. And he fucking, because there's times, because his mom will not fucking take him out. You know what I mean? She will not remember to fucking take him out, or just doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So there's times he's in there for like 4, 5, 6 hours, dude, and he still will not piss and shit in the cage.
That's pretty
Like
good.
he's somehow, yeah, dude, for a puppy that age, that fucking young. I feel bad because there's sometimes, because again, I know she won't do it. I'll fucking end up driving down there to fucking let him out. If it's been, 4 or 5 hours.
I know this dog is not
Yeah.
coming out because this bitch is never going to let this dog out.
Yeah, and then she'll still say she did and that he didn't pee or poop. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Sure he didn't. It was 6, 7 hours, but yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. That's I don't like that kind of shit, man.
Yeah, I still feel bad. Like, I accept the fact that apparently creating him is not that big of a deal, and it's not really that harmful for him. I still feel like an asshole
I don't
knowing that
agree.
he's in that cage for hours.
I don't think
I don't know.
creating is good
I'm
for
watching
dogs.
videos, that they say it's not really harmful. So I'm like, I guess, but I still feel bad for the guy, dude.
All right, let's see.
Although I guess they sleep a lot. So again, if he's in there with nobody around, he's sleeping a lot, and he's super energetic any other time. So he probably does need to take a pretty long fucking rest.
Yeah,
But yeah, I hate fucking doing it.
yeah. I don't know. I prefer not to. My mom tried to a couple times, but I've never agreed with creating animals or dogs, at least.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm sure, like, birds in a bird cage, whatever. Like, they're birds. I fucking hate birds, but even then, like, as long as it's not that much, but also they can at least go to the bathroom and get food and water in their cage. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, in the cage, most times when people are creating the dogs, they might leave them water if the dog is lucky.
Yeah.
And, usually they're stuck there not being able to go to the bathroom or like, really move around all that much. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of shitty to me.
Yeah, I don't like it, dude. But I also can't just fucking hang out at the ex's house and fucking play with them
And
all
keep
day,
them-
you know what I
keep
mean?
them from creating the dog, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I try to just do it as little as little as possible, I guess. Try to minimize the poor guy.
Yeah, it's always felt to me like it's not a case of whether it's good for the dog so much as owners that have pets that they want to, like, lock away for a period of time because it's inconvenient or they don't like having them out all the time.
Yeah.
They'll justify it however they want. Like, oh yeah, well, it's not harmful to the dog. Well, I mean, dogs are pack animals, so specifically putting them in a place and keeping them there away from the pack seems like it would be at least somewhat distressing to a pack animal. But, what do I know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, because I watched a few videos where they say it's not really that bad for them, but so I assume these people know what they're talking about.
Well, I mean,
it just
physically,
still
it
seems
doesn't
kind of
harm.
wrong.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I certainly wouldn't
right.
argue that. Physically, they're totally safe, but
Yeah, although I don't know, a lot of them say like don't put water in there with them, and I'm like, because I mean
imagine say that
he
'cause
does
the dog will
overturn it a
pee.
lot. Yeah, that, and he'll like fucking end up splashing it and spilling it and that kind of shit, which he does pretty
Getting wet.
regularly.
Oh, if
Yeah.
you live in a place where it's cold, maybe your house isn't warm enough that the dog being wet won't be an issue. Maybe it's too cold, and if the dog's wet, it could be potentially harmful.
Yeah,
You know,
I guess it's
you're
that,
living in
and
Maine,
they're
it
more
goes-
likely to
gets
pee.
like 68 degrees while you've left your dog crated there. You know, like the fur,
Yeah,
dry, no
yeah.
problem. Wet fur, maybe that makes the dog fucking cold and miserable. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I think they just mostly said though, it'll make them more likely to have to pee in there, and a lot of times they just fucking play around in it and spill it and shit, and which does happen pretty regularly. But still, I got to put at least a little in there. You know what I mean? I just don't fill it up.
Yeah.
You know, I know how long he's going to be in there
Well, if
and
the dog
fucking
spills
that kind of
it-
shit.
If the dog's spilling it is a problem, just get a dish that has like where it's not, you know, where it's got like the dish, but then it also has sides that come down to the side, and they're just sheets of plastic on the side to hold it up.
Yeah, so
Drill
they
a
can't
couple
really.
of holes in there,
yeah.
zip tie that dish into the fucking corner of the crate, and then voila, dog can't tip bowl over. You know, because it's literally attached to the bottom corner. Like, that's what I would do.
Yeah, good idea.
Just zip tie that motherfucker down. I mean, you could probably find a product where they've built a crate for the dog where the dish is built into the floor. But I just kind of figured,
Yeah.
you know, like, if you just zip tie a fucking $5 one from fucking Walmart down, like, you're probably just fine. Yeah, I give this other thrall some of the food.
hmm
We out here.
But yeah, I'm
murdering
trying to get him. I'm trying to teach him to fucking bring the ball back, and he'll bring it near, but he will not fucking drop it. Or fucking.
Oh, you didn't
It's the
want to
same
give it back
thing. We
to
used to
you.
have an old golden retriever that he was like, "No, that's part of the game. You gotta fucking. I'll be near you, but you gotta
You
fucking
gotta
get it
catch
from me."
And you
Yeah.
I'm feeling like I want to give you a, you know, give it to you.
Yeah.
This is my fucking thing.
Yeah, goddamn. Because like with the, my son has had pretty much since he got him, you know, like a rope thing, like a short rope. It's got 2 knots on each end. It's
Yeah.
about 5-6 inches long. Yeah, it's funny because at first he could barely pick that thing up, but now he can fucking whip it around because it's pretty heavy. It's pretty thick. But yeah, that one he loves to play tug of war, so he'll get that in his mouth and he'll come up right next to you and want you to grab the other end so he can fucking pull it and shit. But yeah, with the ball, dude, he'll come close and they're like, "All right, come on, drop it." He's like, "Shoo," fucking gone. Or anytime he has something that he knows he's not supposed to have, dude, that fucking dog books. He's just fucking gone.
Huh.
Like anything like a scrap of plastic or something, dude, he just fucking bolts.
Nice.
Yeah. And apparently for my son, like when he's wanting to go back, you know, take him back inside, that dog will not fucking come anywhere near him unless he actually, like, at first he could do it by just like actually going inside, and then the dog would come in. But now he'll sit there and bark until he comes back out, but then still take off, so he can't get him to come inside. That's weird because he doesn't do it to me.
How does your son try to get the dog to come in?
Yeah, I don't think he actually picks, because I just pick him up. Like, I don't say anything about going inside. Man, maybe I should tell him that. Like, dude, don't give him any clues that he's going inside. Act like you're going to pet him and then pick him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't give him any indication that you're going inside.
The other thing is, I would just train the dog to like going inside. Praise him heavily when he comes inside. Call him like really friendly, like, "All right, let's go, come on." And then maybe even get to the point where you have to give treats occasionally to get the dog inside.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Like, because then then the dog, because dogs get out sooner or later. But I figure that way, then when the dog gets out and goes running around in the fucking yard, and you're trying to get that motherfucker back in the goddamn house, it doesn't
lure
take
him with
5 hours because
Yeah,
the dog
might
is
get a
like,
treat
"Oh,
if he does it."
I get to go inside, I get a treat. All right, cool. You know, like, sweet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he hasn't. I don't think he's had a thing of treats since he fucking got him, dude, and it's still like half full. So I think he forgot about giving the dog treats. Because
Yep.
yeah, I think that was a big part of the training. Is yeah, anytime he piss and shit outside, dude, I would like fucking not necessarily give him
Yep.
treats, but just fucking
Well, you can
praise
also
him
just
like
use
fucking
praise. Yeah, it doesn't
crazy.
always have to be treats. You should also throw in like sometimes you just tell the dog they're really good, but don't always give a treat. Sometimes give a
Yeah,
treat. Because then it's even
yeah.
better
'Cause otherwise,
reinforcement. Psychologically speaking, it'll be even more reinforcing.
God take you!
If they know there's a treat when they do this sometimes,
yeah, they'll do it every time.
because
Yeah,
maybe this time there's a treat. It's like a weird thing that, people get really into gambling. It's a similar kind of concept.
yeah.
Like, I don't
yeah.
win every time I gamble, but I get this rush of endorphins, and then once in a while, I even win something. Oh, that's
Right.
really hard to fucking say no now.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful with that one. But it's really good for dogs. This is not so good for people.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. He's a good puppy. He's a good pup.
Well, and your kid will learn how to take care of him one way or the other. It'll work
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, or the dog will just finally, grow up and finally calm down because he's a puppy, he's super excitable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Again, much more aggressive than, again, I've been around a few golden retriever puppies and they're fucking certainly rambunctious and shit, but this one's like aggressive, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very tenacious.
Every dog is different.
Yeah.
How you deal with it,
Indeed.
Oh, there's my base coming into view. I may have
Yeah.
built it a little bit larger than was strictly necessary. There's a lot of empty fucking floor at my fucking my base in Conan.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a little bit on the insane side.
Yeah. I've seen it a few times. Check it out. Oh shit, is it still playing? Oh, it's not. I thought my thing was playing. Oh, there we go. I'm only 22 minutes behind now. Ah, there I go.
Oh.
I'm caught up. Now I'm only whatever the delay is behind.
Yeah, but there's like I made a bedroom area with storage in like one floor on one of the towers. And then I made like a work area in the bottom floors in the rest of the place. And like most of the other floors and like almost all the towers are completely empty. It's just a giant
gotcha.
open floor.
Yeah. Yeah, you can decorate later. Fill it
Yeah,
in
I'm
if
waiting
you
to
feel like
figure out how I want to decorate. I haven't been able to decide yet. Do I want to section off rooms? Do I want to like just make it big open, no rooms?
Yeah, big open floor plan, yeah.
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 Oh,
Hey,
and
you might
I
as
have
well
a
wait
kitchen
until you
area.
figure it out.
Yeah. Although you won't see the kitchen area for a while, and then there's the dancing girls.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of pillars and a horse inside, it looks like.
Oh, you're way back there, yeah.
Let's see. Still pillars. Okay. God damn, it's quite a ways behind.
Oh, yeah, you'll see the dancing girls in a minute.
Oh yeah, there they go. Yeah, they're up on the little wooden platform. Slightly raised wooden platform there.
Yep. But most of the sections you'll see in a minute are just like empty floors. Or big areas on the roof with nothing on them.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, once you figure out what you want to do.
Yep, I gotta figure something out. I was gonna
Yeah.
make them all religions, but none of the buildings are tall enough for my religions to fit in there, and I don't want to fucking rebuild them right now. So I think at the end of the day, what I
I hear
really
ya.
need to do is be like, take a while and just redo all the fucking wall heights and everything. Put the floors at different levels.
Yeah. Oh, do they have to have like like spires or something? Like they have to have a certain height to them to be
Yeah,
shrines
like,
or
well,
whatever?
the little altars, they're like 4 floors high, I think, or something like that, and mine is only 3 floors high.
Oh, gotcha.
So you gotta have enough clearance before you can put a roof over them. Which isn't really that big of a deal. Why do we have egg sacs? That's new. I guess I can grow scorpions sometime if I wanted to, if they weren't totally useless. Somebody on the server will want those later, though. There's always newbies that want to have like pets or whatever, and pets are really cool looking in here. But they're completely worthless. Like after everything's got nerfed.
All right.
It used to be a lion was decent enough that you could run around most of the map with like your greater lion, and you wouldn't have to worry about anybody getting hurt, and you would be just fine. Like your lion would keep you safe. But now they're so weak that if all you had is a lion, it's probably just going to die in your first fight.
That sucks.
Kind of a waste to keep them anymore.
Yeah. Oh, shit, apparently Amazon is deleting all the bad reviews of Rings of Power.
Oh, really? That's not at all surprising. They're giant fucking pussies.
Dude.
You made a shitty fucking show. Eat it. You know? Eat the fucking...
You're making fucking... they're making Galadriel into like a fucking warrior queen, dude.
Yeah, shit like that
which
is like
again...
dumb. And it takes
she
away from what
can
makes her
certainly...
awesome.
Yeah, she's more of the fucking magic type.
She does
she can certainly fight.
She's also incredibly good at strategy and like battle tactics and planning out the battles, from what I understand.
Yeah, and she is capable of fighting, but she generally doesn't. You know what I mean? Really good at setting up defense of wherever she's living, and
you don't usually want your fucking general on the front fucking lines.
Yeah,
that's just not a
ridiculous.
smart fucking play ever, really. It's one of those things where you're like, that's just fucking dumb, no matter who you are or what your plan was from the get-go. Don't like that.
Yeah. Apparently, the new Game of Thrones shit's pretty good. Should probably check that out.
I've heard a lot of people talking well of it. I'm not a fan of Game of Thrones in general. I don't think the guy's a very good writer. Maybe I don't like his writing style. If people get mad when I say I don't think he's a very good writer, so whatever.
No, I don't know. I like the characters in there, dude. Although, well, no, I guess is this a prequel or a sequel? I forget what the fuck they're doing. I think it's a prequel, right? But yeah, I like there's some characters in there that are really fucking, are really fucking likable. I guess so. The Hound would still be like the Hound's one of my favorite characters. Arya, like those two together were fucking awesome. Arya Stark and the Hound.
Nice. Glad you enjoyed that. I don't know who those people are, but that's cool.
Oh, I gotcha. The Hound is he's just a badass warrior dude, I guess. But he's like so fucking like early and sarcastic. It's fucking great.
Okay.
Shut up, you fucking cunt.
I can dig that.
But yeah, he's just a fucking badass dude, just talking shit to people. He's like, I think I'm gonna have one of those chickens. He's like, yeah, if you try to stop me, I'm gonna slit your fucking throat, you cunt.
Oh, damn. He ain't fucking around.
Yeah, he's fucking vicious, dude. Yeah, you know who the Mountain is? Are you familiar with that character?
Isn't he the one that, like, raped some girl or, like, fucked her on
he's fucking horrible.
And was, like, left her all bloody, like, with a bloody asshole or something?
Yeah, well, no, that was that.
Oh, that was in the book, right? That wasn't in the show?
Yeah, well, the Mountain is like the Hound's brother. And he's just a total fucking psychopath. So yeah, he's definitely done some really fucked up shit.
It was like he married some main character, and in the book, the wedding night, he fucked her in the ass and left her bloody on the fucking ground.
No, that's
according to what I've heard from other people, like other people talking. I don't know.
No, that's the God damn, I forget the dude's name.
Oh, it's
that
character that did that. Okay.
Horrible. Yeah, I can't remember his goddamn name because he was a bastard too, like how Jon Snow was supposedly a bastard. Because they fight at one point and they call it the Battle of the Bastards, basically. But yeah, that guy, the one that
Battle of the
marries
Bastards.
Sansa, he ends up marrying Sansa Stark, and yeah, he's basically once you give me an heir, I'm basically gonna fucking like strangle you to death. And he's a fucked up
Oh, he's
character,
like,
dude.
yeah, you're my wife, and I'm just gonna murder you as soon as you have a baby. It's like, well, she's gonna be drinking a lot of pennyroyal tea every fucking day.
No shit.
Unless at that point it's just, you'd rather die than keep fucking that dude, maybe.
But that character is fucking evil, dude. That little fucking shit. Because he would feed people to his dogs. Like he'd starve them for like a week or two or whatever, and then he'd just throw people in there and fucking have them like devoured by his dogs. But at the end, he basically gets fucking devoured by him because he's like, "Nah, they're loyal. They won't eat me. They're loyal to me."
Comes from.
And then you're like, and then because Sansa
I've
puts
seen
him
that
in
played
there.
out in something else, but it wasn't with dogs. It was with something else, another animal.
But because Sansa puts him in there with the dogs. He's all bloodied and fucked up or whatever. He's like, they're not going to do anything to me. She's like, you forget you haven't fed him in 2 weeks. And the dogs end up just devouring him because they're starving.
Down because they're like, yeah, it turns out got no loyalty, sir. Just really hungry all the time. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. Like I said, the ending was definitely the last season was a fucking disgrace. Yeah, and I was already like even before the really fucked up shitty ones at the end happened. I'm like, this isn't nearly as good as the previous shit.
Yeah.
And I was saying that, and people were like giving me shit for it. And I was like, dude, they're obviously just going through the motions on this. These fucking episodes suck. And then the really bad ones, like the actual ending, few episodes, and that's when everybody started hating it.
Damn. Yeah, I know.
But I also got into it very late.
The final end of Game of Thrones. That I remember. Everybody being like, really fucking mad about.
Yeah, well, they basically hit the fast forward button, dude. It's like, well, I got to wrap this up. And what's really fucked up is they didn't have to. Like, they totally offered them, like, we can do like 2 more seasons of this if you want. You want more time to wrap it up. And they're like, well, we're supposed to do these Star Wars movies, so we're gonna do this really quick so we can get onto the Star Wars shit. I think they ended up getting fired from that and not doing it. Oh, fuck.
Because they had the opportunity to get more seasons, and they were like, you fools, you fucked us.
Yeah, no, I mean the Star Wars gig. Like, they were trying to get through this Game of Thrones shit so they could go do their Star Wars gig. And then they ended up getting, like, fired from the Star Wars gig and not doing it.
Oh, yeah, well, you just destroyed a show, and now everybody hates that show, and they can't sell the DVDs as well.
So, yeah, they're like, we're just going to buy you out instead of, letting people know that you had
our show because, you didn't you didn't want to do it. Like, all right, well.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to find out that Star Trek hired you and you're trying to cut this shit short, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's pretty fucking reasonable. I mean, they're unreliable for that other
but I don't
guy.
think
They're
it was
going to be
that.
unreliable for you. Pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think that's what it was, though. I think they fired him for some stupid shit. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was. Although that could have just been pretense, and the reason they did it is because of how shitty they handled the ending of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, who knows? Ultimately, who cares? I mean...
Yeah.
Just because they lost that job, they're still probably millionaires, like they're not... Maybe not necessarily like, $1 million on hand to spend, but they're probably between like their home and their fucking car and their other investments and wealth that they have are probably, pretty close to in a couple $1 million range.
Yeah.
So they destroyed that and still made a fuck ton of money and probably can do whatever they want. Pretty much, Go travel and do all that shit. So it's not like they lose anything from getting fired. Because somebody else is going to hire them for something else eventually, sooner or later.
Nah.
Because they don't hire people that aren't like the woke crowd anymore in Hollywood. I don't think you can't really get in there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're finally figuring out that they should probably pay people with talent instead of paying people who are just gonna take the lowest amount of pay to do it.
Yeah. Well, you pay people with talent and you get good work. Like my mom paid roofers and these guys to come out. Two different groups of people. One roofers to come out and do the roof. We had to get our roof redone, and some guys to come out and like sand down and restain the deck and all that stuff, clean it off. And she got really good companies for both, and they both came out and did excellent work. But you know what? It costs more money than than the other companies that might not have done such good work. But at the end of the day, it's well worth that money they spent.
Indeed.
Because like we have a bathroom floor that we paid some asshole a long time ago to put like linoleum down on, and he didn't fucking seal the edges properly, and the whole thing came up, and now there's a whole bunch of fucking rot that we gotta like have pulled out in two bathrooms, because the wall for one bathroom is also the wall for the other bathroom. Because it was easy to just put the plumbing in one spot and then get two bathrooms out of it than to do two completely separate spots for the plumbing.
Yeah. That's I don't know how people can fucking. I don't know how you can live with yourself doing shoddy work on somebody's house like that, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't
so
be okay with it, but yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking do it.
He got his money, he left, and he never came back. And then he's probably done that to a bunch of other people because he's probably never gotten a second job out of anyone because he's an asshole.
Yeah, or referrals or any of that kind of shit. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's in your best interest to do a fucking proper job, dude. For those fucking reasons. Again, if they need something else done, they're gonna do it. If friends are gonna have a similar job, they're gonna recommend them. Yeah. But beyond, it's just the fucking right thing to do. You know what I mean? There are benefits to it as well.
Yep. Yeah. Well, if he'd done a really good job, my parents would have probably hired him to do other stuff over the course of the years, and they probably would have recommended to other people. Yeah, definitely. He would have made much more money. What the fuck is going on with this fucking computer? God damn it. One of the few things that's really obnoxious with the Conan game is it fucking the windowed mode. For some reason, you can accidentally leave the windowed mode without having to like pause or something. So you're using your mouse to control what direction your character's pointing, and then suddenly you're like off the fucking screen of the game for no reason. It shouldn't happen. It's not supposed to happen.
Right.
But the Funcom is just a shitty company when it comes to properly making games. They make good games, they just make them really shittily, sadly.
Right. Yeah, they're like, well, we got to pay so much for the license for this because it's Conan, so I have money for completely fleshing out the game.
Actually, I don't know that it's that expensive for the Conan license. I'm sure it's not like something you were able to pick up, obviously.
Yeah, Conan's probably more reasonable because it's not quite as popular as something like
Batman, on the other hand, would be super expensive. Or if they wanted to make I'm sure it was more expensive just to get the Moon Knight franchise, honestly, for whatever company that did that.
Right.
Was that like Netflix or something? I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. It's one of those streaming services.
One of them services done did that thing there.
I think I actually have the first issue of Moon Knight of the original series.
Right now you can see how bad this fucking thing is. My fucking thralls are just teleporting around this bandit camp, and the bandits are just running aimlessly in random directions.
What the fuck? Wait, no, those enemies that are just fucking running away from you?
Yeah.
And then fucking coming up on you? What the fuck? Alright, it's a little behind, but yeah, like the guy was like running away and then made a fucking 90-degree turn and then finally came back and started fucking like attacking you.
Yeah, I think the connection has gotten enough better that it's working now, but...
Dude, you're striking in fucking dead air. What the... Like, one of the people just jumped away from everybody and, like, fucking swung their axe or whatever, their sledgehammer, whatever the fuck that is.
And
there was nobody near them.
And they knew it was this bad when they were testing it before they released the game version.
And they're still like, yeah, we'll do like Bethesda and let the fucking community fix it.
And they wonder
even
why
though that's not really possible.
Like, why are people mad? Well, because you fucked them. That's why. It's not hard to figure out. You fucked them. You did it in order to make money. And now
and didn't bother to fucking make sure the AI is decent.
Because this is a really fun game. Like, don't get me wrong. It would be nice if the money I spent went to some sort of fucking... What do you call it?
Improved gameplay.
Quality control, yeah.
Nah.
Because, like, even Skyrim's not this bad.
Right. Yeah, the enemies generally, actually try to attack you and your followers. Yeah. Generally will attack the enemies. Even if they stand in doorways and shit.
Sometimes... what do you call it? The enemies are running away from me because they're supposed to be more aggro to thralls. But then there's other times, oh god, I'm not sure, you just stutter across the fucking screen. And then he just disappeared. Alright, there we go.
That poor guy was just enjoying himself by the fire, dude, and you had to fucking kill him.
Yeah, well, they might have something I want.
Put your weapons up.
Gotcha.
I can't just steal it without killing him. Oh, I almost got trapped between two thralls. No, that would have been terrible. Oh, that's not what I need. I don't need sorceress scrolls.
Wait, did it say you're actually fighting other Sumerians?
Yeah. So there's like, I want to say like 6 or 7 races.
Alright.
There's like Sumerians, Zingarians, Hyperboreans,
Zamorans, probably?
Zamorians, yeah.
I think it's some of the other ones.
And you can be any one of those races. Like, here's a Defari.
Picts? Are there any Picts there? P-I-C-T? Little pygmy guys?
They're called Picts in this. They're called Nordheimer or Norheimer or something like that. But they are essentially Picts. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just murdering because, like, I need sorceress, failed sorceress pages or whatever to, like, upgrade my next level of sorcery.
Gotcha.
And, so I'm just murdering everybody I see, because if there's a sorcerer nearby, I can take it off of their fucking body.
Seems like the sorcerers are doing a lot more hand-to-hand than you think sorcerers would do.
Yeah.
A lot more melee.
There's more than a few people who are pissed off at the sorcery update because sorcery is pretty fucking useless, except for like 1 or 2 things. Like, there's an ability to fly, an invisibility, and a mass harvest, and a teleporter that's kind of nice. But, like, none of the sorcery is really offensive. Like, you can't go and just, like...
Yeah, use it to fuck people
up. Onto your opponent's head. Like, just hit him. You can't hit somebody with, like, a fireball. So, I don't know. It's just not very fun in that respect. Although, I believe it follows more along the lines of, like, what Conan the Barbarian you would expect from sorcery and Conan the Barbarian comics in that world. Because I don't think there was a lot of, like, fireball shooting and lightning throwing. It was more, like, subtle shit. Like, making somebody invisible. Oh, is this dude just lost? Alright.
Gotta take you!
I'm trying to think. I have some dragon heads, and I gotta put them over here somewhere. I'm not sure where I want to put them. Yeah, I wish I could take that stupid fucking temperature gauge and shit off of my fucking desktop. It's not even accurate to where I live. It's like, it's not even my weather. Like, motherfucker. Oh, damn. This thing again. Yeah, now there's also events that happen which are kind of annoying at times. Like, one of the reasons why I have a base close to this particular camp I'm raiding at this moment is because it has a bearer that spawns there all the time. And bears are, if you get a named bear, they're pretty decent thralls, but also, like, they drop, like, a lot of really good stuff sometimes if you get the right level ones. So it can be worth it to farm them.
Nice.
But this is probably why the server is so shitty and, like, everybody's dumb. Is this stupid event is going on.
Taste death! Taste death!
Because the last time it happened...
Oh.
The last time it happened, I didn't have to,
Wait, what
I
the
had to
fuck
kill
is that
everything over
thing?
here in order to make it stop being stupid, slowing down everything.
What the fuck is with this little big long leg motherfucker? Long skinny leg motherfucker?
They're just some sort of monster from beyond the pale. Like, if I look up for a minute here, you'll catch it in a second. There's a bunch of Cthulhian tentacles coming in.
Oh, I see.
And they're like monsters that are from another dimension or something.
Alright.
Die!
Oh, yeah.
We'll kill them
Guns
nonetheless.
take you!
Things are creepy looking.
Yeah, plus
Are
they
those
have
like
an area
wings?
attack that fucking knocks everything down. I fucking hate that.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
what they are
Anything
for
that looks
sure.
knocked off. Yeah, that looks like a rock guy, like a rock monster or something. The other one
They
with the
drop
skinny
decent
legs.
loot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the fucking falling over anything that does that is so frustrating in these types of games.
Oh, yeah.
Can you jump and avoid it though? Like, at least if you time it right.
No, I haven't got the timing down on this one very well, so maybe.
Yeah, I mean, as long as again, you can recognize it's coming at least sometimes and jump to avoid it. It's not so bad, but yeah, it's so fucking. Oh yeah, I hate that shit. You're just going along and you fucking fall down and have to wait to get back up and shit. That's really frustrating.
Taste death!
Oh, damn.
Got you!
But there is a lot of dodge and jump mechanics that you can do in the game, so I'm sure I'm capable of avoiding the damage somehow. The one sort of caveat though is these events kind of fuck up the server, so you don't always you can't always expect everything to work properly.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Like that guy just standing there, like my thralls are just ignoring this giant fucking baddie there.
Jesus.
That's a problem.
So the AI has gotten really shitty.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that worked properly on the release date was their new in-game store that you could buy shit on.
Oh, right,
and
of
they
course.
introduced a new battle pass. But the part that fucking really pisses me off about it is, I bought the game with all the DLC when I bought it, as well as any future DLC.
Well, you thought you did.
Well, I know I did.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I got
I don't
DLC
doubt it.
pack already, but it's just like. But now I gotta pay a battle pass to get any future DLC. Like, it's all through a paywall for me now. Like, what the fuck?
That seems like a breach of contract, dude.
To me, at least, yeah. Like, I shouldn't have to pay for the battle pass. It should all just be free.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons you got it, I would imagine.
It's why
you're like, oh, okay, I'll get everything in the future.
I knew this game was only a year or two old when I bought it, and I'm like, well, it's definitely gonna have more DLC down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, that's up.
And the prices they're charging are, if you compare the prices to the DLC and what you got for those prices, the prices they're charging now are way fucking out of control. They're like 300% what you would normally have paid prior to this.
Oh, jeez, dude.
So if you would have paid like $10 for a whole set of building blocks and a bunch of weapons and armor, and then maybe some skins for your like pets to look different prior to this, now you're looking at like you might buy some skins for your building for like $10 now. You know, like.
Yeah, like each one of those things is $10 instead of just getting a package with all of it. Yeah,
really shitty the way they're doing it.
Yeah, they just overcome with greed.
Yep.
Fucking bastards. Yeah, I suppose it's inevitable for all these games. Like, yeah, sure, we've made our money back some like crazy, like 10 times over, but I don't know. We gotta fucking really bilk these fucking idiots. These fucking marks.
Well, it's not about making their money back. It's about making as much profit as they possibly can, regardless of what it costs as far as making the game functional and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
And what it comes from the situation where you don't have a lot of competition.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no game company that's going to suddenly start putting out these quality games for $30 a pop.
Yeah.
So no matter what happens, if you put out a certain level of game and you're an established company, you're going to make a certain amount of profit, unless you literally just put out dog shit. Like, as long as it's not absolutely horrific, you're getting a certain amount of money off most of the time. So.
If it's only mostly broken. Yeah. They're like, well, people love Conan, they're gonna pay for it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Conan is definitely one of my favorite fucking.
Oh yeah, Conan's awesome.
Universes, yeah. So I bought a bunch, a lot of the comics, a lot of the books and shit.
I've never
like even
read
the ones
comics,
that were written.
Never read any of the books. My whole experience of Conan is the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and then the other movie they made.
Yeah.
But even though that's not a lot of stuff, to me, it's still just a ton of fun. Like.
Yeah. No, it's funny because.
And from what I understand, Schwarzenegger movies actually caught the character pretty well.
Because again, everyone thinks he's just a dumb barbarian, but he's actually a highly intelligent dude who also happens to be a big fucking buff badass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And despite having nothing to do with sorcery, he always seems to. Yeah, there's one character in one of them who's like, you always seem to run afoul of these sorcerers, dude.
Didn't he have like a sorcerer friend though? I thought, or like a hedge wizard kind of guy. Like he's not like he's the dirty version of a sorcerer. Like if you wanted a backroom sorcerer.
Yeah, I think so. Like the Asian guy. Is it the Asian guy? Right. Yeah, he definitely had a guy from, I think it's called like Kitai or something like that. I think that's like Asia in this universe.
Yeah, it's.
I could be wrong though. Yeah, I forget. I'm not good with names of that shit. That's why earlier I'm like, oh, Zamora. I remember it's got to be Zamoran.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
I started
it's
shooting
just
arrows
funny.
and they were
He has,
blocked by nothing in the middle of the air. That's why it distracted me for a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy because he has essentially no real, no knowledge of sorcerers or sorcery, but he still manages to fuck up all these master sorcerers and shit.
Well, you just have to distract him or something, apparently. Alright, yet again, the game just stops fucking working.
Yeah. Or just be
just
powerful
standing
enough
over there in the corner, just hanging out, fucking watching everybody else die. Fucking fuck. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's like, I remember reading one story where, like, basically they try to poison him, but instead of just using the normal amount, they use, like, several times it, and it was so much that he, like, almost instantly fucking threw it back up. And if they would have just used, like, maybe twice as much as normal, he probably would have fucking died. Instead, he was just a little weak, and he threw it up almost instantly because they just put so much in it. And he manages to survive because he threw it up so quickly. They're like, this guy's obviously superhuman, so we got to put like 10 times as much. When 2 times as much would almost certainly kill him.
Would have done the trick for sure.
Yeah, but they put so much that his body just instantly rejected it.
Yeah, don't return, guys. Just fucking ignore my commands. It's cool. I'm trying to drag him over to one of my other guys. Hopefully he'll get involved in the fight and do some fucking people up.
God take you! You picked the wrong fight! Curse you!
There we go. Just needed to get a little crowd control there. While my other thrall was doing fucking nothing. Because this game's fucking broken sometimes. Man, is there anything else going on? I don't think there's much else going on in politics other than just the crazy, like, usual nonsense of just, like, lying and coming up with weird shit that makes no sense half the time. Like, there's a lot of lying that goes on in politics that is weird to me.
Yeah, I noticed gas is creeping back up. The price of gas is creeping back up.
Yes. Yes, starting to come back again.
Yeah, it was down under, like here, it was down to like, I think like 380 at one point, or 379 or whatever. And now it's back up to like 419.
Damn.
So, over a couple weeks. So yeah, it's got to be even worse over there, I'm sure.
God take you! Taste death!
But yeah, for the Conan shit, there's a lot of really good storylines and shit. I like the ones when he's with like another group of like fucking like mercenaries essentially. Like those stories are usually pretty good.
Where he's traveling with other people doing crazy shit.
Yeah. Like he almost always eventually becomes the leader or one of the leaders.
Well,
for obvious reasons.
Yeah, like you said, he's a really smart guy who's also just a fucking brawling motherfucker, like crazy brawling. Like
yeah, super strong, super skilled. Yeah, great tactician, all that shit. Because everyone assumes, oh, he's a barbarian. He's just a dumbass fucking, fucking hillbilly type or whatever. And he's actually highly intelligent, street smarts, and just fucking regular intelligence.
Yep. I don't know if you can see it anymore because it's probably not going to show up, whatever. But there's a fucking enemy that's stuck under the ground that every once in a while just pops its fucking head out.
Oh.
Like just
let me
pops
check it
its
out.
head out above ground. I don't think you can catch it because, but there's that like delay or whatever. But I thought that was hilarious. Just every couple of minutes, this motherfucker just be like, "What you guys still fucking? Hey, what you guys doing? What's going on, guys? What's up, guys? Hey, just pop my head out, say hey."
Is he moving around under the ground?
Yeah. He just like Because like sometimes enemies just fall through the fucking ground. Like it's
Right.
like I said, fun game, visually stunning, terribly programmed, terribly programmed. Like this is a dead guy and he's just standing there. Like
He's dead, but still standing up.
yeah, he's just standing there.
Damn.
And then
That's
occasionally,
crazy.
as you're running through places, like things will load, and so like,
It's like
you
a
know,
yucca
like
plant.
spiders or gazelles or alligators will just fall from the fucking sky and land on the fucking ground in front
Okay,
of
you just got you just got to the standing corpse right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
It
So
just disappeared.
you missed the popping guy.
Yeah, well, I saw it. Like if it was the one where his head would just pop up for like a half a second,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
that
it would
was
pop
the
up somewhere else. Yeah, I
That's the one
saw
that
it.
made me giggle.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh come on, this is so fucking dumb. Ooh, I like that base over there. That's pretty. I like the bases that don't look neat and arranged. They look like a barbarian base, you know, where it's like just shit got thrown together so that it would work, and that's all that they were worried about.
Mm.
Oh, wrong button.
I would almost have a base that looks like it's fucking deserted, but it isn't. I think that'd be an interesting concept.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's not a
Like
bad
it almost looks like it's essentially just ruins, but it's totally not.
I think the only thing you have to worry about is there is on official servers a purge mechanic.
Yeah, oh, right.
And so every so often your purge meter, which gets filled every time you kill something, it adds to your purge meter. Whenever you place a building block, it adds to your purge meter. Whenever you place a decoration, it adds a purge. Whenever you kill an enemy boss, it adds to your purge meter. Whenever you kill an enemy, it kills, you know, like, you know what I mean? It always
so it
adds
builds
to your
up
fucking purge. And
gotcha. That was a gigantic head you put up right there. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's from one of the bigger bosses.
Yeah, you had it taxidermied its head.
Yeah, you can taxidermy a lot of the heads of the creatures that you kill. Even some of the bosses, you can get them.
Yeah,
And I have one of as each as you level up your statistics, you choose what stats you put stuff into.
Right.
One of my perks is my tools are twice as likely to get rare items and components. Well, one of those rare items and components is the heads of the big boss creatures. So whenever I skin them to get the other stuff that they'll drop that it's good, like demon blood or you know, sulfur or whatever, the bones, there's all sorts of shit you can use. I get one of those heads like every single time I kill them. So now it's like I've got a bunch of them. What do I do? Oh, that's too big. That's not going to fit there. So I just like stick them on the sides of my bases and in weird places. I think I'm going to take the one over the door down. That's kind of silly. I don't think I have anywhere inside I can put it though. Oh, there's a rhinoceros head. Like, and alligator heads that I got over here. You can make paintings and put the paintings on the wall. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
And no, it's not going to fit in here. You could make baby turtle statues with like dead turtle parts from little baby turtles.
Oh wow. Damn. Adorably horrific.
Yeah, that sounds like the line you'd hear at the end of a commercial. Adorably horrific.
Shit.
I'm gonna see if I can't hang these from a place that makes my base look kind of cool. Now, this is the show that never ends. There's no escape.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of whatever else is going on. What else is happening in the world today?
Let me double check my Discord. I may have put some other stuff in there that I've forgotten by now. Oh, there was a dude that threatened a federal judge while he was in prison. That guy was a fucking brain child.
Right, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, he literally
Great
was like,
plan, buddy.
He wrote the judge a letter saying, like, you're going to release anybody who's up for parole immediately with time served. You're not going to question any of it. Because he knew, like, there's really like not a lot of chance he was going to get out because he was a Ponzi scheme guy, and I think he killed somebody. You know, trying to protect his Ponzi scheme when it was getting exposed.
God damn.
Or did something really bad, like way above the usual thing.
Right.
But, so he thought he would write the letter to the judge that said, you're going to do that because we know where your women folk is, and we'll fucking hurt your women if you don't. And then also, don't worry, this is the only time we'll do this, so, you know, you never have to hear from us again if you do this one thing. And it's like, that's why you don't give in to blackmail, because it's never the only time. Because, you give in once, and then forever after, they know they can use that to get you to do what they want. So it's just going to be more shit, no matter what it is.
Yeah, it turns out that those kind of promises are from people that are blackmailing you are not the most reliable. They tend to go back on their word, like, almost pretty much every time.
Yeah, it's like you can't trust criminals for some reason.
They're like, oh, well, no, I meant it at the time, but now I need you to do it this other thing. Yeah. So I'm altering our deal.
That's one of the things why criminals always, like, you can't trust a criminal not to rat each other out, because, you know, after 10 years in prison, getting to 5 years less on your sentence and getting out, like, in a month is worth giving up your friend for. Or maybe he's not even really that good a friend anyway, right? You know? Like, maybe this guy's just a dick, so why do you want to fucking help him out? You know, just get him thrown in prison and you get some time off. As long as nobody else in the prison finds out, you won't die before you get out, so...
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
That's fucking... God damn. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. There's no end of entertainment to be had in that respect. I'd love that he fucking wrote the letter. He mailed it from prison. Like, you can't... Or no, he didn't mail it from prison. He had somebody else mail it. But he had arranged the whole thing and explained it all over the fucking phone in the visiting area to somebody.
Yeah, the place where they're always fucking
where they're always recording everything so they can listen to everything you say to your visitors, so that they know whether or not you're planning crimes or asking for them to bring drugs in.
Yeah. Good call, buddy.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where you gotta be like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, you're really that dumb? Apparently you are.
Well, and he didn't even actually get any information on the judge or, like, where their kids hung out or his wife or whatever, so that he could at least make it seem somewhat credible as a threat.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot less credible to say, hey, we know where your women folks is, than to say, your wife goes to the salon every Thursday at 4:30. What if she were shot in that process? You know,
what if something bad happened to her?
Yeah, that's fucking threatening. That's something that somebody reads and goes, "Oh fuck," you know.
Right.
But we knows where your women folks is. Just not do it. Oh, maybe I can put them over here. You know, like I have those giant heads over the gate of every one of my my main gates of my castle. Now I'm just trying to figure out where else I can put them. Make my base look sinister and imposing.
Yeah. Oh shit, I'm close to my... Yeah, in this game I'm playing, there's an event going on right now that it happens like every every 3 months, I think, something like that. Maybe every 6 months.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate the event, dude, because it's just, again, it's a total fucking
Waste
drain on... Well, it's a total... like, you're going to lose a shitload of your fucking troops. You're going to have to fucking train a bunch more. Like, it's just designed to use up all your fucking resources.
Okay.
So, like, this time I'm like, fuck you, I'm not doing it. But it's an actual, like, you have to, like, skip over onto that war area or whatever. So I'm just staying back. I'm not bothering even going over there. Swapping over to the other war place for the first time. And it sucks because almost everyone still participates in this stupid shit. So now there's, like, maybe a dozen of us total that didn't go over. So it's fucking it's a lot less busy than it normally is.
Okay.
So there's, it just sucks.
Yeah, I can see how that would suck. Genuinely, that would be very annoying.
It goes on for fucking ever. It's like a month long, I think. September 12th through October 2nd. So, like over, like almost a month. Yeah, like 3 weeks, basically. But there's also so it's basically a month, because there's just like pre-stages and shit that they do. Like anything that I can do without having to actually transfer over to that fucking place. I would do that. I would do that shit. Like, there's like a week of that before the actual event. So, like, that's, I don't mind doing that shit, but yeah, as soon as it gets to the point where you have to go over to the other place to do all this shit, I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I have no interest in going over there.
Yeah, that does sound kind of irritating. Especially if it's something that, like, the resources you expend are just not very close to the value of the resources that you get.
Yeah, the shit you get, I don't know. It's kind of worth it, I guess, but I don't know, man. It just sucks because, especially the server I'm in, because it's like 8 different servers going at it, right?
Yeah.
And our server sucks. Like my team's good. Like, my alliance is pretty good. But, like, the other people in the other server and other alliances are kind of like... there's no real camaraderie. There's no real team fucking, like, harmony or whatever. Everybody's just like, I want my shit and fuck you. As opposed to, hey, it's better for everybody if we kind of team up for the most part.
Yeah.
And,
okay, yeah, that makes it even worse.
So, yeah, we're, and again, essentially, you have no chance. The matchup shit, I don't know how they do it, but it seems like it's just completely random. Because there's other servers that are we have no fucking shot. You know what I mean? Even if we worked together, we'd have no fucking shot. And I'm like, how are we going up against these people that are fucking... They have 40 people that are stronger than the strongest person in our fucking, entire server.
Oh, that sounds fucking...
Yeah, their matchup stuff Yeah, like there's an event, again, the War of Odinium. I've mentioned it every time, almost every time. Uh, Stench ever says "woo" in the chat. I missed it today though. I guess I just did, so I guess that counts. But yeah, like that one's pretty fun. But that one, like, it's incredibly rare that it's fairly matched. Like somebody usually destroys the other person, like scores like 20 times as many points. Every once in a while, you'll get a matchup where it's pretty even, but yeah, vast majority of the time, it's completely, and ours is, we actually do pretty good because we actually have pretty decent participation or whatever. So we win way more often than not, but there's also times when we get fucking slaughtered.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like there's hardly ever, like maybe one out of every, maybe 1 out of 10, where it's actually like the score is close. That but most of the time, within the first 10 minutes of an hour event,
conclusion where you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be over quick. Sorry guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of blowouts when it comes to those kind of things. It's more fun when it's a challenge.
Yeah. Although, I mean, the blowout wins, you kind of, it's better for you as far as rewards and shit. So I guess technically, if you had a choice, you'd want to pick that. But yeah, it's way more fun. Like, there's been times when we've lost, but it was a fucking ton of fun just because it was a fucking close match. And there's been times when you won when it's just boring as fuck because we're so overmatched. We're so much better than the people we're going up against.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely more fun.
I guess it's better that you win than lose, just in general. I get that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
me,
I mean, it's...
I don't know if I really care much about winning if it's a blowout because you're not really.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's like it's
not
I guess.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh, it's the worst thing in the world. It's just like,
yeah. It's. I mean, winning in a blowout, I guess, would be the preferred choice. Or it should be probably for your benefit.
Make a choice. That's true. You always want to win.
Yeah. But it's always more fun when it's a close game, dude, and you're into it the whole fucking time. Because, again, when it's an overmatched one, they, a vast majority of their team will just give up and leave like 15 minutes into it. They're like, well, I'm all out of troops.
Yep.
Can't do anything anymore.
I would agree with that. Yeah, that can be really fucking irritating.
Yeah, and what's really cool is that one is... you go in with whatever troops you had, in the real main part of the game, but you don't actually lose them. So, like, when the event's over, you're still where you were before the event started. So you don't actually officially, like, in that battle, you'll lose them, but when you go back, you're right where you were before the match started, as far as troops and all that shit.
Yeah.
So you don't really lose anything.
Huh.
Which is nice. But the event that's going on right now, the big main event
after the game, it's like you.
you'll get the rewards and all that shit, and but you didn't actually lose any troops. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's why I like that one. But the big event that's going on right now that I refuse to participate in, that one's not like that.
Which it goes on for a Far Cry instead of.
I'm just hanging out. Yeah, I'm just hanging out with the other people.
The internet takes
the other people that
years to catch up. Actually, a lot of my connection problems are probably because I'm streaming right now.
Yeah, using up too much bandwidth or whatever.
Hey, at least I'm not in Australia. Fucking worried about sharks. It ended my internet.
Did that happen?
I think every once in a while the line, because the internet comes from Australia on just like a big fucking cable under the water. Like it's just one big cable that connects Australia to the rest of the world's internet. So.
Oh, gotcha.
The cable fucking breaks. Like just.
Sharks gnawing it. Fucking...
or just, water washing back and forth over it or whatever,
Yeah, just slowly erodes it, yeah. Corrosion.
over the course of time, that might be
The
what
ocean,
happens.
yeah. Given enough time, the ocean is always undefeated.
True. There's some massive fucking rocks you can see. What do you call it? On the coast around where I'm at, where you like see like the ocean just ate like half the fucking rock. You're like, damn.
All right.
Like it may have happened over the course of thousands of years, but that's still pretty cool.
There's a spot. It can't be too far from where you're at. Where I remember I was driving up. I was going to drive up the coast, up the Pacific Coast Highway. Like I had gotten like 2 weeks off from work. I started having car trouble and having to turn back. But Morro Bay, I think, is the name of the place.
No, I never heard of it.
Really? But there's a big ass like Rock of Gibraltar or Prudential Rock, whatever way you want to look at it, type thing, like just offshore there.
Yeah. We have one of those called Goat Rock. We're probably way north of wherever you were. You were probably like really far south of here.
Yeah, it was kind of right where the Pacific Coast Highway started. In fact, I don't even know if I'd gotten through it.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I skipped LA.
You're nowhere near where I'm at.
Yeah, I was
it's not
north of
surprising I haven't heard of
LA,
that beach.
not much. Yeah, so not as close, yeah. Fuck it.
Although the Goat Rock here is kind of entertaining because it's like a big round rock that just sticks straight up with like a kind of flattish top. I mean, it's not it's not like a mesa flat, but it's not like super spiky. It's just like kind of rolling little top part there, and it's extremely dangerous, and parts are falling off the walls all the time. Like big chunks of rock keep falling off the walls all the time. It's kind of like falling apart.
Wow.
And people fucking still insist on climbing it all the time. And it almost never fails that like 4 or 5 times a year, some fucking group of people has to go out and rescue some retard that ignored all of the signs and the visually very dangerous cliffside to climb it anyway. Because you can just look at it and go, nah, that's a real fucking stupid idea. Like that thing is literally falling apart as I watch. No, I'm not going to climb that shit because I just saw a rock the size of my head fall off the fucking side. Like,
damn, dude, yeah. Like, yeah, turns out I'm not a fucking moron.
Yeah, so when me and my friends used to go out to the coast, we had a system where we would each rate it what percent out of 100 it was likely to kill us. And if our whatever group, however many people were there, you added up, divided by that number of people, and if it was over 50% after that, we were out.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad system.
Because if you're looking at something and you're worried that maybe your friends don't realize how dangerous it is, that's 100% in my book, and you can query that, But it's also a fun system, and we never really did anything that was super, super dangerous.
Nah.
The only time I only almost died once, and that was I jumped and one of the rocks that I grabbed onto broke off in my hand, and it just was at the worst possible moment, and I ended up like hanging by one hand over, like maybe 20 feet over jagged rocks. So I probably would have died if I fell there. But
Jesus, dude.
You do
crazy.
a one-arm pull-up even if you don't think you can?
Yeah. You get the adrenaline going there.
There's no hesitation. You can do a one-armed pull-up if you want to in that circumstance. It will work every time.
Yeah, if the alternative is death, it turns out you do have the strength.
It's amazing. It really, like, your workout could increase. Your payoffs from your workout could increase so incredibly fast just by
if you were just almost dying the entire time you're working out. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, just
pure
adrenaline. I guess you can't keep that up for a very long. Eventually your adrenaline gland is going to fucking not have anything left in it.
Yeah. Or you'll end up with like some sort of fucking heart condition because your adrenaline gland is going all the time.
Yeah, your heart's pumping at fucking 250 beats a minute or some crazy shit.
I know a
Just
guy.
the whole fucking time.
I know a guy whose adrenaline gland is constantly producing a low level of adrenaline, and he has to take a whole bunch of pills for that.
Oh wow. Something that like counteracts it, basically.
Yeah, to counteract it. And it really fucks with him in situations where like he gets pulled over or something. Because then, like,
fuck, dude.
the little bit of adrenaline becomes
He's
a
already
whole lot
kind of
more
on edge.
adrenaline than he needed for that situation.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Well, not to him.
Oh, then maybe in hindsight, I guess.
Yeah,
long as
I don't
it
really
didn't
know
end
the
up
guy
in
that well
anybody's
anymore.
death,
He's
whatever.
the one whose girlfriend decided we weren't going to be able to hang out anymore.
Oh, fun. Is he telling you that you have worth and you shouldn't be putting up with my shit? You can't hang out with that guy. I don't know if that's what was going on, but
I
always assume that's what it is.
I never had a problem with her. I thought she was all right.
Okay, so she was somebody that needed all the attention all the time.
I would also never interpose myself in a friend's romantic relationship in that fashion unless I knew for a fact some cheating was going on. And then I would just be like, yo, saw that chick fucking some other dude. Sorry, man. But, it wouldn't have been cool if I didn't tell you. I had to tell you. Even if you're going to hate me forever, that's fine. But, you needed to know.
Yeah.
This bitch was cheating on you, so.
Do with that information what you will, but I feel obligated.
Hey, man, I would want somebody to tell me if that was the case.
Yeah,
if I was dating some girl and she turned out to be a cheater, I'd want my friend to be like, yo, dude, so sorry to say, but she been getting dick from other dudes.
Yep, same here. Although, yeah, I had a friend that I had found that kind of shit out about, but like she had already like cheated with like 3 other dudes, so I was like, all right, this is gonna be fucking pointless. Like, it's only gonna cause animosity, and I didn't witness it personally, so I don't know if it's 100% true anyway.
Oh yeah, you don't know if it's 100% true. Well, if you don't know if something's 100% true, you don't tell somebody that. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
That's just a general rule, I would say, that most people would probably agree is a pretty good rule.
Yeah, like I said, especially knowing the fact that, she had, like, fucked a couple of friends, like, fucking gone into the rooms while they're sleeping and just start blowing them while they're asleep, like, that kind of shit. And still staying with her.
Classy lady, wow.
Yeah, well, she was drunk. She was a fucking drunk, dude. So she would do that kind of shit when she, pretty hardcore alcoholic.
Honestly, I'm not sure I'd be real happy waking up with my dick in some strange woman's mouth if I wasn't like already interested. I might be kind of
it's a little weird.
Especially like if you're dating somebody and you like crash over at your friend's house or something because you had a couple too many and it's just easier than driving home. And some skate fucking like trying to, I'm kind of pissed off. That's the kind of thing Satan's down with.
I don't know.
Still doing a lot of drugs.
I've never had it happen. I've never experienced it. No, I'm not sure exactly how I'd handle it. I would probably be weirded out by it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't think that most women would be thrilled to wake up with some dude going down on them. Unless it was, prearranged in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, yeah, if you're in a relationship and it's something that dude, your fucking partner, that's fine. That happens.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if your wife wants to wake you up with a blowjob, that's cool.
Women that love that. Like, they love to be woken up to a dude fucking, their boyfriend fucking them. You know what I mean? Like,
man, that's awesome.
But yeah.
That's one of those things that's so silly.
You're not in a relationship with. That's a little weird.
Yeah, just not without telling them. That the part that gets me is the part where like there's no pre-discussion. Like, you should probably mention that to the guy before you're letting his balls rest on your chin. Like.
Yeah, but if somebody that's just blackout drunk, probably doesn't remember doing it anyway.
True.
Which is probably the situation.
Oh, she's so drunk she just doesn't even remember going down. Oh, that's kind of gross.
Yeah. She was
kind of gross and sad.
Indeed. Yeah.
She's like, oh, you're the one who I was blowing last night. I thought something happened. I woke up with the funny taste in my mouth again.
That's not my normal jizz.
Yeah, really? Yeah, that's true. There probably would be a little lingering trace of semen in the air when you woke up. Just a little bit.
So what else is happening? Should probably change the subject at this point.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
Did you see? I guess Biden got did some weird shit. Like was standing, like wandered off to the edge of the stage, and like it was obvious he didn't know where the fuck he was or what he was doing.
Oh yeah. He said that shit happen all the time though.
Yeah, this one is especially bad though. Apparently,
of course, I keep going to get a key and I keep running off without getting the fucking key because I'm retarded.
Like apparently on this one, I haven't seen it yet, but I was hearing it described, and it's like he looked like he was surprised when somebody referred to him as Mr. President. He's like, "Oh yeah, I am the president." Like that seemed to be the reaction. God damn.
That is so sad.
It really is fucking. They're really gonna fucking let him run again.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, yeah, they're really gonna run. They're gonna let him run again.
Yeah, like it was. Although, well, I mean, last time it's gotten worse certainly since he's been in office. But like it was already pretty fucking obvious before he got elected the first time.
I thought it was pretty well. I thought it was pretty well buggered when they were talking about how like they asked Ocasio or whatever, AOC, the dumb cunt with the crazy eyes, whatever her fucking name is.
Yeah,
I forget how her name is. I remember the initials.
Bartender.
Yeah, the dumb cunt with the fucking crazy eyes. About whether she was going to run for president or some nonsense like that. She was like, or if she was going to support Biden if he ran again, and she was like, well, I mean, we'll see what happens when we get there. Like, really, really careful not to talk about him.
Yeah,
like,
well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like,
see if he lives that long.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah, like we could do that. Not sure we should.
So I thought that was like a pretty basically like, oh yeah, Biden's definitely not running again kind of situation, but fucking guess I was wrong.
Although you got to think, actually, behind his back that he has no idea is going on. Yeah, let's get him reelected. We're fucking fleecing the country fucking dry. Why not?
Yeah, oh god, he is destroying the fucking economy so badly.
Yeah. Dude, I still can't believe that he dipped into the strategic oil reserves and then sold like $1 billion of it to China.
Yeah, insane, isn't it?
Yeah, like I feel like that's got to be like an impeachable offense.
It should be illegal. Shouldn't even be his option.
Yeah.
The president should not be able to sell our strategic reserves to other countries, especially fucking enemies.
Yeah.
If there's one thing China is definitely not our fucking enemy.
Yeah. No, they're definitely trying to take over the world, dude.
Fucking Winnie the Pooh. God damn.
Oh, fuck. So hilarious that guy is so butthurt about the Winnie the Pooh comparisons.
Like, Winnie the fucking
Pooh is that loud.
Yeah, I ban fucking Winnie the Pooh in your whole fucking country because you're so fucking weak egotistically.
Yeah.
You can't handle
so
it.
fucking so sensitive. Like, dude, just lean into it, and people will shut the fuck up about it. You let people know it bothers you.
Wear a set of Winnie the Pooh fucking ears on your next speech and like be like, so I heard about this shit, it's kind of funny, hope you guys get a laugh out of it, peace out. And then never mention it again and no one would ever give a shit. Okay, maybe not wear the fucking ears. I would though, because Winnie the Pooh is something everybody fucking loves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you fucking lean into that shit. You let people know it bothers you, you fucking retard.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the part where you kind of gotta be like, dude, come on, why are you fucking letting people know it's hurting, you fool?
You would think this fucking game would be able to so yeah, basically again, so like the event is essentially happening in a whole other fucking Battlefield universe, whatever. Like you have to actually leave this one, your base disappears from the main place and you're over there. But everything that happens, like you get reports and shit, like like people build like the resource spots where they build them and you go collect from them and you collect more than you would from just a regular resource spot that spawns wherever. Okay, so basically the area where it lists those, the other shit that they're doing, but it doesn't separate it. So there's this huge long list of fucking reports of everything they're building over on the other side. And even the resource ones, because they can build resource ones on the other side too. Those will pop up, but then you click on them, and it's on the other side, so that you can't fucking obviously gather from it. So I don't know, man. It seems like it should be an easy fix or easy thing to do to differentiate which area, so I don't have to get a shitload of reports of stuff that's not happening in my fucking universe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fucking annoying, dude.
Fucking irritating.
Yeah. But now that might cost money and affect their profit margins.
Oh, this dungeon just lost like half its fucking textures. Alright, cool. Oh, this guy's got some good shit. That's fucking weird.
Okay, done with that bullshit. Oh wait, go back in there.
Oh, this is interesting. So I'm in a dungeon, and one of the things you collect are rusty keys to open little rooms to get extra armor parts that you need to build armor. I think they're called scraps or whatever. And you can get more keys than there are doors, so you can potentially get more keys than you need for like one run. And they made the keys fucking. They put a timer on the keys.
Oh wow.
So the keys will just disappear after a certain period of time because they didn't want people to like be able to save the keys and come back and spend on the armor parts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Come on, dude, really? That big a deal? People can't fucking like...
Yeah, carry a few extra.
Yeah, take them back and keep them for the next base run so they don't necessarily have to go through the whole fucking process of finding the fucking keys again every goddamn time. It's kind of funny.
Nah. It's like, you guys fucked up, man. Let us keep it.
Yep.
Yeah. I hate when they fix shit like that.
Well, this wasn't even something that was broken. I mean...
Yeah,
it's pretty standard in a survival open world game to just collect a bunch of stuff over and over. Like that's kind of like the whole point of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's the itch it scratches for me is I get to get stuff. I don't really care what this stuff is. I just want to get stuff. If it's cool stuff, that's even better. If it's shiny, that's kind of nice. Alright, we got one on level 19 now? Yeah! Level 20 is the max for my thralls, and the only thralls I get are the ones that take a really, really long fucking time to train up, because they're the only ones that are worth it.
Yeah.
Everyone else is basically useless. Like, I'd rather spend the time leveling up the thralls that I use instead of having to just consistently, like, constantly pick up new thralls because somebody fucking murdered my thrall.
A muggy own monster. Oh no shit, I've been up there. Yeah, one of the guys I follow, like, he does cryptids type shit.
Crypto,
Apparently there's Arizona, there's an Arizona Bigfoot.
Oh, cryptid. Oh, like the animals. Okay, I thought you were talking about crypto or some shit. I was like...
Oh, well, no, cryptozoological.
Okay, cryptid. I know what you're talking about now. Now I get it.
Yeah, you know, Bigfoot, Loch Ness, that kind of shit.
Yeah, silly
All
shit.
the
Weird, like those monsters that are like...
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time. It's up, I guess it's called the Muggione Monster, so I assume it's up on the Muggione Rim, which is... it's an area with a lot of campsites and shit up there. It's a nice spot because it's roughly about maybe 2 hours, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours drive from where I'm at. But it's up a higher elevation, so it's about 20 to 25 degrees cooler. You know, pine forest, that kind of shit.
Nice.
Lakes, fucking streams, and all that. Yeah, it's a nice area. Definitely a shitload of deer and shit up there.
Oh, I was not
turkey, dude, I did not know.
Fucking died. Damn.
Yeah, like I had no idea that we had wild turkeys in Arizona, but we absolutely do.
Oh yeah? Nice.
Yeah, me and my son spotted them one time. I was like, oh shit. You know, it was like a fucking, I don't know, good dozen fucking, I don't know what you call a group of turkeys.
A gobble?
But whatever it is. A goggle? Yeah, a
gobble?
gobble. Yeah, that's good. That works.
Sorry, that was
if that's not what it is, it should be.
It'd be pretty damn funny if that was what it was, though.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, it was crazy, because again, like I said, I didn't think we have those, even in those areas, because again, there's a lot of areas in Arizona that are fucking, you know, higher elevation, pine forest, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But you still don't expect to see, I don't know, I guess I just didn't think we'd have turkeys here. Like, you expect shit for, like, coyote.
In my area, where they decided to reintroduce turkeys to their natural habitat of our fucking street for some reason.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, my internet's out. Awesome. Just a sec, somebody's knocking on my door.
Dinner time? Alright. Gotcha. Oh yeah, I put a picture of the Morrow Rock in the Discord. I don't think anybody's even watching at this point, right?
I'm so mad right now. It's bullshit.
What happened?
I died, and then the game kicked me. The server fucking took a shit and just threw me off.
That sucks.
Yeah, not a real fan of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I posted a picture of the rock I was talking about in Morro Bay there, south of you somewhere.
Oh, nice. As
Trying
soon
to
as
see
I
another
get my
one.
body back, I will definitely. Here, I can take a look real quick while I'm waiting to load in.
Yeah, I'm posting
Give it a
another one.
minute to fully load in before I fuck around. Oh, that's nice. That looks really pretty. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen that before.
Another
That real
angle.
nice.
Yeah, another angle I'm posting right now. It should pop up in a second here. So yeah, although this one's obviously closer to shore than the Gibraltar, but yeah, it's crazy because it's just fucking bam. Nothing else like that anywhere around it. Just this big ass fucking rock right off the shore, right next to shore, basically. But yeah, it seemed like a pretty fair resemblance, though, to the Rock of Gibraltar, Prudential Rock.
Oh, nice. Yep. Goat rock is like that, but without the ends on it. Like if you took the two gently sloping ends that get you up on the top completely off and just like made the sides a little steeper. I should probably get a picture of goat rock. It's actually pretty nice looking. It's a cool looking rock.
Nah.
You just gotta be dumb as fuck to think you're gonna climb it. That's all. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it made out of? Is it like volcanic rock, or is it?
I want to say like it's a
sandstone, or-
mixture of just like regular gray stone and like sandstone.
So something that erodes fairly easily.
Both of them are like limestone and sandstone or something. It's two things that are not particularly sturdy together.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, something that's going to erode much faster than most rocks and shit.
Yes, and it's got like big fucking fences and signs and ropes and all sorts of shit in multiple places to tell you like, hey, don't fucking climb this. It's really, really dangerous and you could get really hurt or dead.
Yeah.
And just fucking seem to dissuade anyone. They just fucking...
that ain't gonna happen to me.
Yeah, I'm special, yeah. That's pretty much it. It's the I'm special thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, I might die before I get my body back.
Curse you!
That sucks.
Oh man, that got real fucking scary for a second there. the fucking because this game is so fucking trash as far as like glitchiness goes. Instead of me opening my inventory to take my stuff back from my dead corpse, it just ordered my fucking guys who are fighting a boss guy and keeping him away from me to like drag him right at me. To walk right over and hang out with me. I was like, you motherfuckers. You're trying to fucking kill me. Oh, where is the spot?
Die! God take
There's
you!
another spot I gotta fucking bounce up on.
Oh shit. Yeah. Are you familiar with that WNBA chick that got busted in Russia for having like the vape pen with vape cartridge?
No, but like, don't they give you like a giant fucking like printout of all the shit you're not supposed to do like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For it, because I know they told her like multiple times. Many people told her like, don't fucking bring any drugs. They really don't.
Yeah, don't they? Yeah, they basically, because she was like, well, I had a prescription for it. I'm like, sure, you can't be that fucking stupid.
I guarantee you somebody in the fucking WNBA said, it doesn't matter if you have a prescription, you're not allowed to bring it. And she said, but it's from my doctor. And then just decided to ignore what they said because she's a woman and that's how that works.
Yeah.
She doesn't feel like that's fun, so it's not. So
I feel like the State Department or whoever, again, probably the teams themselves, because they're basically, because again, the WNBA doesn't pay much. It pays, I mean, compared to the NBA, I should say. I mean, I'm sure it pays pretty well, but they all play overseas in the off season to make extra money. And this bitch decided, out of all the places to play, to go to fucking Russia and bring that shit in.
Ignore the
instead of being like going to France or fucking, some country where you're not facing 9 fucking years in prison for doing that.
I hope she does all that.
Yeah, so do I, dude.
Like,
she plays for the local team here.
On Russia, like that's pretty reasonable for them to say, like,
you're
not allowed to bring that here. Fair enough. It's your country, not mine. I don't see why I should have any say in it. That can't complain. Can't argue that.
Yeah, and dude, they were talking about fucking doing like a prisoner swap and letting this fucking like notorious arms dealer go free just so you get this bitch back.
No,
and
that's
I was
not
like,
okay,
fuck
because they wouldn't do
dude.
that for anybody else who wasn't in the WNBA. That's not okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that for Joe Blow from Arkansas who's on vacation and wanted to go see St. Petersburg Cathedral or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's WNBA. Who gives a shit? It's a fucking like the only reason the league still exists is because the
If you
NBA
wouldn't
apparently
do that for
just
any
had a
other
fucking tax
citizen,
write-off.
yeah, if you wouldn't do
Yeah,
that for any
exactly.
other citizen, that's where it becomes an issue for me. It's like, you're only doing that because she's in the WNBA. You wouldn't do that for like a school teacher who was there for some reason because she wanted to.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, there's been a few examples of people that have gotten busted for like even less, like having like a fucking a roach of a joint or something, you know. And yeah, they're still over there. Nobody's trying to fucking get them free, and they've been over there for fucking years. Yeah, for like
exactly.
even stupid shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, fuck her.
Fucking damn it.
Yeah. Just because you're the best player in the fucking, she's pretty much the best player in the NBA, or WNBA, but yeah, fuck her, dude.
That's like
She even
being
plays for the local
retards.
team.
Yeah,
She
you're
plays
the
for
best,
the
but who cares? You're still a retard.
yeah. She plays for the fucking team in Arizona and Phoenix, or did. She's not going to be for the next 9 years apparently. But yeah, fuck her, dude. I have no fucking sympathy for her.
None, zero.
It's like I don't know how you could fucking not think of that yourself, much less, you know, again, there's no fucking way there weren't people that told her before she went into Russia at some point.
Yeah, see, that's
Don't bring anything
that's
in.
the part that gets me is they definitely had handouts. Like, this has all been reported as far as I'm aware. Like, they had handouts that everybody got handouts about it. Everybody got specifically talked to individually about it. So on numerous occasions, she had been told, don't bring any sort of weed or any sort of drugs of any kind. They'll put you in prison forever. And she did it. So I just like, didn't put her in prison forever. Like, that's good.
Yeah,
good.
she thought she was fucking special.
You know, and I would say the same thing about the school teacher. I would be less, I would be less hardcore about the school teacher, but I would still say the same thing as far as like, you don't let the school teacher go because, or you let an arms dealer go because the school teacher fucked up.
Yeah,
Like, fuck that noise. That's not cool. Jesus.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Hit it with a stick, you fuckers.
Yeah, like I said, even if it's not, I think anytime you travel or planning and traveling out of the country like that, and you're going into, like, say, Russia or the Middle East or whatever, like, you're gonna get a fucking thing that tells you, like, hey, this is how the shit works over there. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Like I think if you go to the Middle
don't
East,
bring this
they're
in.
like, they're really hardcore, but like places like Singapore and shit, like, they'll fucking execute you.
Yeah, they'll fucking remember the kid that got caned or whatever because he did graffiti.
Yeah, like
that was like back in like the what was that? That was back in like the 90s. But yeah, you literally get a caning, get whipped with the fucking cane, which is apparently whatever it is, it's fucking horrible. And yeah, some dumbass American kid went over there thinking, it's not gonna happen to me. And again, because that's the punishment, there's essentially again no graffiti anywhere in Singapore because you get fucking caned if you fucking get caught.
Yeah,
but yeah,
absolutely.
Dumbass Americans, arrogant fucking Americans, thinking they're like, nah, that won't happen to me. My country will fucking protect me.
And it fucking won't. That's the real thing. Is like in most cases, like, they're gonna do shit for you.
Yeah. They really can't, dude. How are they gonna affect the sovereignty of another country? It's not a fucking good idea. But are you gonna send in the military to fucking invade so some dumbass rich spoiled kid doesn't get fucking caned? Yeah, you can lean on him, I guess, but like, fuck that. I'm glad that kid got caned because now you know it's not gonna happen. Any other dumbass fucking American kids going over there to fucking graffiti shit up.
God damn. I think they buffed a fucking character way, way fucking beyond where it was before. There's so I'm in the Warmaker dungeon, and there's like the Godbreaker, and you learn how to make the Godbreaker armor. And there's also a mini boss who's comically called a mini boss, but is way stronger than any other boss in the game, called the Arena
Oh,
Champion.
wow.
Because usually the really strong bosses are 3 skull bosses, and this is 1 skull boss, right? But the Arena Champion just murders people's thralls all the time, constantly. And it was really bad before, but I've got 2 level 19 Sumerian Berserkers, which are really, really fucking strong thralls.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just almost got murdered by her in less than a half a second.
Jesus, dude.
Like, there's no way you could beat the Arena Champion at this point without having, like, really fucking crazy shit going on. Like, you'd have to take a lot of special potions and, like, give all your fucking thralls. Like, that's fucking insane. I don't...
Yeah, it's just a fucking ordeal just to build up for that. Yeah, it's weird when games will do that. Like, fucking enemy that doesn't seem like it should be all that intense. Like, I'm trying to think in Skyrim, like the Ebony Warrior, that one, if you don't know what's going to happen, that's very intense battle. The Ebony Warrior is fucking badass, dude. Jesus Christ.
The Ebony Warrior doesn't even get close to the level of power differential here at this point.
Yeah, what you're describing sounds even more fucked up. I'm trying to think, Karstag, fighting the Karstag guy. I don't know if you remember that one from the expansion. You know, with Mirak and all that on Solstheim.
I remember.
Yeah,
Mirak,
you find Mirak, but it's in Solstheim. It's part of that expansion.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, you find like his crown in like a Reekling cave somewhere, and then you go up to the ruins of Karstag Castle or whatever. You put the crown on the fucking seat or whatever, like throne, and he fucking comes out and kicks your fucking ass. Yeah, I mean, if you know if you know what's coming, because like he destroyed me because I didn't know it was coming. Like my son, like when he went through, he was like, "No, it was easy." I'm like, "Yeah, but you knew it was coming. You knew you fucking getting into a serious battle." I had no idea what was coming. Because he's fucking he can fuck you up. He's got a fucking whatever that shit kind of swirls around him, dude. That'll fuck you up when you get close, like a frost damage or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's like a area of effect thing that's just around him all the time, like a damaging.
Yeah, so you fucking, especially close in, when you first put the crown thing there, it's gonna fuck you up right there. And then he causes a lot of damage, obviously a lot of high HP. Yeah, so those things where you're not prepared for it. I like doing the Ebony Warrior one.
This one I was definitely prepared for it before this update.
Yeah, and he's still fighting.
Really strong
still fucking shit up.
Like a level, because the level 20 is the maximum level for your thralls. They can't go any higher than that, right?
Right.
And I've got 2 level 19 Sumerian Berserkers. Or no, one's a Sumerian Berserker, one's a Dalencia Snow Hunter. But they're number 1 and number 2 as far as like how strong they are in the game compared to every other thrall.
Yeah.
So Dalencia is the second strongest in the game, and the Sumerian Berserker is the strongest in the game. That you can get out of any other option.
Right.
So either one of those solo prior to the 3.0 update should have been able to solo murder this bitch, no problem. They were barely touching her. It makes no sense. That is insane.
She's like probably fucking just one-hitting him and shit. Like, you're dead, one shot.
From full health to half health in probably four hits. And then I started running and told my thralls to disengage because, like, I don't want to fucking lose 2 thralls at a level 19. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I assume that takes a while to build up, dude. Yeah. You want to just fucking waste them.
And she's a 1 skull boss. In comparison, they're fighting a 3 skull boss right now. One of them's like at 2/3 health because it just takes her longer to get back her health because she's using different food, blah, blah. They're almost done killing the guy, and I just started fighting a 3 skull boss while I started talking about the arena champion.
Wow.
Like maybe a minute in total it's going to take them to kill this guy. And he's the big dungeon boss for this dungeon.
Wow. Yeah, that's weird that they would put that much fucking someone that's so I assume the loot that you would get from this bitch is not all that great either because she's 1
it's
skull,
just a few
right?
armor pieces and experience. I just was like getting it for the experience and the armor scraps. I was like, oh well, I'm so high level, I'll just take those armor scraps, it'll be worth it. But I was so fucking wrong.
Yeah, that sucks. Alright, yeah. I just posted a video. I just saw the thumbnail of this, and it just looks so adorable. I had to post it. This fat little airplane thing
Yeah.
I don't know if you're in the Discord, but it's like this fucking airplane. It looks like just a giant cylinder with little wings sticking off of it.
I will be there in 1 second. I'm just setting a timer.
Yeah. I haven't even watched the video yet, but I just saw that thumbnail,
yeah.
and I'm like, dude, that looks fucking hilarious.
Yeah, for the rest of the night, I'm probably just going to let my guys just chill out here and, like, farm this one boss for armor parts, because I'm going to need a fuck ton of them, so.
Yeah.
Spawns every 15 minutes, so every time I kill him, I set my phone timer for 15 minutes, and then just, like, make sure...
Yeah, I go back and fucking farm them again.
Where is my other thrall? What the fuck?
Did he decide to go off and fight the arena thing in person again?
Just one of them is just gone.
What the fuck, dude? That's fucking weird.
Yeah, like he's just not here anymore. That's weird. Let's see here. Ashley's the one I've got, so Mary's the one that's missing. Okay, we don't need to see those ones. Let's see. I need to marry the murderess. You can turn your thralls on and off on the map. So sometimes they show up and you can see them, and sometimes they don't. It says she's... Oh, now she just appeared. Okay, cool. That's not weird at all.
She's back now?
Yeah, she just fucking popped back into existence. It was like, alright, cool. I guess.
Go ask her if she had a near-death experience, dude, since she was technically didn't exist for that period of time. There was like a bright light and relatives everywhere.
Well, you can also rescue your followers. So if your follower gets stuck somewhere, there's an option where you can have them teleport to you, like, immediately, but they lose everything on them. So all of their armor and their weapon, whatever it is just gone.
Oh.
So
wow.
fuck that.
So it's like you teleport just their body, but not anything they've got on.
Yeah, and that's
I guess that
very cool.
Makes some kind of sense, but yeah.
Alright, turn off the display because it's just my guy standing there. Oh, yeah, I've seen those. Those are fucking wacky looking planes. Yeah, it's like the propeller is in the middle of the cylinder in the front and it blows the air out the back.
Yeah.
I think they were like an early almost jet plane.
Yeah. I haven't actually watched the video. I'll watch it later, but yeah, I just saw the...
Well, after having said that, because it looks like a jet engine with wings attached to the side. It says a bizarre fat airplane that changed military aviation forever. I bet you that's because it was on the way to developing jet planes. All right.
Just reminds me of like a steamroller fucking pipe you make out of like a, like a toilet roll core or a paper towel roll core.
Oh yeah, it is kind of like that, isn't it? You're right. That's a good point.
Yeah. It seems like it kind of operates that way, or kind of operated that way too.
Oh my god!
Giant flying steamroller pipe.
What is wrong with e-girls? Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah, what they do now?
Somebody posted a picture that somebody posted on their, I guess, Instagram. I guess you can post stories of some kind. I don't have Instagram. I don't know if you've
right.
But there's
I haven't used
story
Instagram
thing you
in
do
years.
where you just post a bunch of pictures and it tells a story in some way or something. And it's all about how, like, she took a shit and it smells like fucking seafood and she's kind of hungry now because of it.
Wow.
And it's like, that's just kind of gross, yo. Like, that's not...
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
It's not even really funny as much as, like, the way that it's being told.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm sure she's got fans that are jerking off to that as we speak.
Oh, I'm sure they're like, oh, I want to taste the seafood, blah, blah, blah. You know,
Yeah.
yes, blah, blah, blah.
Can you please put the poop in jars and sell it?
Oh, God, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, they probably wouldn't. They would probably fucking buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, the bitches that were buying
Amaranth is the queen
in a jar.
of blowing and being fucked by dildos, apparently.
Right.
Because I've seen a bunch of leaks of Amaranth's OnlyFans material, because I'm in that OnlyFans Discord. And,
right.
It's all videos of her banging like a fucking dildo. There's like a girl that like holds the dildo in her pants like it's a penis, but it's obviously like a woman holding a dildo in a crotch of her pants.
Right.
or like with a strap on or something.
Yeah.
And she blows the hell out of that thing all the time, and then like every once in a while, like it fucks her for like 30 seconds or something.
Wow.
Does
the chick wear the strap
on?
on?
Impressive thing. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's odd to me. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, I don't find her attractive either, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's no, it's the same way. Like she's not like she looks all right. She's not like ugly or anything, but yeah, there's nothing exceptional about her.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't.
Yeah,
find her.
Yeah, she's not. There's nothing exceptional. Again, she's not exceptionally fucking beautiful, dude. She's like a fucking 7.
And her personality, everything I've seen about her personality is...
Yeah, she's awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
Like, I could not imagine ever wanting to be around that woman in any capacity. Like, I wouldn't want to work next to this lady. I wouldn't want to hang out in the same grocery store. If I was at a restaurant, I'd be really unhappy if she was at the next table.
Yeah.
She just seems really unpleasant as a person.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe why she doesn't look attractive to me, because that has more to do with how somebody is attractive to me or not than.
That could be. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
If I like chatting with somebody and they're fun to be around and they're pleasant to talk to and they treat other people well and they treat me well, then it's like, oh, I'm much more interested in spending time with that person. I find them more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it definitely, personality definitely plays into it.
Yep. Oh shit! I got two karaoke contests Saturday. There's 2 different karaoke groups in 2 different karaoke groups that both have Discords in VR chat. I really only hang out with one of them for the most part. But I thought it'd be funny to go to the other one and join in their competition just to fuck with them a little bit. Go join in their competition. Well, more for the fun of hearing everybody else sing than anything else.
Yeah.
Because I am a fan of...
you still get people that are actually trying to sing, or is it supposed to just be that funny?
Oh, no, the karaoke contest, everybody's trying.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
yeah,
so like the karaoke...
But it's a contest, I expect that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, it would be weird if you joined a contest and didn't really try. It'd be kind of like, then why are you here? Like, the whole point is to put on a really good performance, and you just wasted everybody's time.
Yeah. Unless it's funny, I guess, but even then,
it's like, it's alright. But still, it kind of feels like...
Yeah, again, although even then, like saying again, you're supposed to be trying. It's an actual competition kind of thing.
Yeah. And I go to these mostly to like hear other people sing. Like, I sing all right, but there's some really genuinely like phenomenal singers in the groups.
Yeah.
I know one of the times I went to this other karaoke contest that I don't normally go to, they had an opera singer come in and do like a performance and compete.
Mm.
And that's kind of what soured me, was like that lady didn't win a little bit, honestly, why I haven't been there in so long. Because no one else was even close to as good as she was at performing.
Yeah.
And there was one, and it was just because all the votes happened before the contest even occurred.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that shouldn't even be possible, dude.
Yeah, it was just they voted and everything before the contest occurred because it was just they were voting for their friends. It wasn't a case of
voting for their buddies instead of waiting and actually judging the contest properly. Yeah, that should probably not be they should probably set the fucking vote to not be able to happen until everybody's done.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Because this lady came in and put on a performance that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in VR chat.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was just such a shame to have her fucking lose. I don't think she even placed. Just because everybody wanted to vote for their buddies. And, it's kind of like, that's kind of a letdown.
I assume you can vote after it's over or during it at least, right? But
yeah, you can vote during it and after it's over as well. And you can change your vote too. So, like,
people
if you vote
feel like,
and decide, I want to change my vote, you can. So even then, it wasn't done. It was like,
yeah. It's probably a thing where they just they listened to their friends one and then just left or whatever. You know what I mean? Probably never even
they voted for their friends, watched their friends, and then
operatic voice. And maybe didn't even watch their friends. Like maybe just voted and left. Like, I'm not sticking around.
I'm breaking out my song that everybody when I do. Because every once in a while we'll just do like things where people go up and just perform songs. Like it's not like we do like the standard kind of karaoke where one at a time goes up and does their song.
Right.
We don't do that very often, but once in a great while we do that. And so the one that I like because I always get people going, holy shit, is the Hurt from Johnny Cash.
Oh wow!
So and that's one of those ones. It's always kind of fun to because Johnny Cash is fucking awesome. I mean, he was a junkie prick, but his music is fucking amazing. I don't know if you know this. Johnny Cash almost burned a forest down. And almost caused an entire group of birds to go extinct because he was high.
Wow,
that's one of the many things that Johnny Cash has done that is awful. If you ever listen to some of the stuff he talks about with some of his songs, a lot of his songs are basically just "fuck you all, you're all going to hell because you're pieces of shit and you're not Christian like me."
That's
more than a few of his songs, basically that's what they mean. You hear him in the interview just saying it and you're like, well fuck you too. I thought that was about I didn't realize that's what that was about, and now I kind of regret all the times I sang that song.
Just because you're born again, like you used to be a complete fucking mess, asshole.
Yeah, it was really funny. But his version of "Hurt," I mean, obviously it was originally written by Trent Reznor, and fucking Trent Reznor singing it is amazing too. But Johnny Cash just takes it to that next fucking level.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of jarring at first because it's such a different style. But it actually works as a fucking country type or whatever. Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
It's not even really a country song. It's
I'm saying it works as a country song. Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm saying I don't think Johnny Cash sung it like a country song even though. Like he just has a natural accent that kind of comes through his voice. He's got that low rumble voice kind of thing going. But I think he sang it more like an emo rocker would sing that song.
He almost was like singing it, like half speaking, half singing. Yeah, it's an interesting way to do it.
Today. I like that sort of like he holds some of it, but some of it he just says. Yeah.
Yeah, the pauses, like the pauses in between, are much more.
I really like how he says "dirt." I know that sounds weird.
Yeah, no, that's like, fine, dude.
You can have it all, and then he goes like, "My empire," and then he goes like, "Dirt." Like it's like he kind of fucking like makes the word sound bad. Like, it's just so hard. Yeah. I don't know. Something about the way he says
like
it just
the
word,
really, the word tastes bad in his mouth.
Yes, out. Like my empire of dirt, like all this shit that I've got means nothing because I don't have you anymore because I fucking destroyed our relationship or our friendship or whatever. Dynamic we had. I fucked it up and ruined it, and now it's just like this is dirt in my fucking mouth. My riches and my success. Such a powerful feeling. I don't know. That's one of my favorite parts of that song. I think I mentioned it because no one ever says it like that in the fucking karaoke when everybody's singing together.
Yeah, they don't match his disdain or whatever the fuck
for that word, or even try.
Yeah.
It's always just a bunch of people like trying to sing as low as they possibly can, whether they can reach that low or not.
Nah. You guys suck. Yeah, it's funny because he covered.
I just, it'd be nice if they did it.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. At first, I was because he covered Soundgarden's "Rusty Cage" as well.
Oh, really? I never heard that.
And at first, I really didn't like it, but it kind of grew on me. I also didn't know much about John Cassidy.
Well, you're more into like metal anyway, though.
Yeah, but I also,
I'm more into, like, rock and pop and like old classic blues and jazz music. I'm not as much of a heavy metal.
Yeah, no,
I like some heavy metal, but I'm not as much of a heavy metal.
No, I guess the heavy metal and alternative shit is still my favorite stuff. But yeah, no, I like everything. I mean, there's country I like. There's fucking.
Yeah. I'm not saying metal. I'm just saying the heavy metal.
Like James Taylor. Surprisingly enough, I really like James Taylor.
James Taylor? He has some pretty good stuff. I can see that.
Yeah, but it's so like, it's like folksy type shit. You know what I mean? It's like folk music almost. I think it is folk music, right? It's some kind of weird.
I think he's considered a folk singer. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of fits somewhere in that like folk country. Not really country. Yeah, whatever. I like James Taylor.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
He's got a unique voice. Yeah, he's got a pretty unique voice too.
Definitely, I'm not gonna shut off James Taylor on the radio if it comes on.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of oldies and stuff. I tend to, because like, if I'm like cooking dinner or doing something out in the kitchen for some reason, like doing dishes or cleaning up the counters, whatever, like getting the floor clean. I got some background noise, so I turn on a little radio I keep out there. All the other stations are kind of dog shit. Like the pop music and the country music, it's not real country anymore. It's that weird, shitty new age country that's kind of just terrible. Has no impact, no emotional like real thing to it. It's just almost sing about my truck and my little dog, and you're like, oh fucking, I'm done.
Yeah, country has definitely gotten way more like pop oriented. You know what I mean? It's like pop country basically.
Yeah, that's the shit I'm no interest in anymore.
Yeah, because I used to be primarily country stuff before, like Nirvana and Soundgarden, fucking Alice in Chains, and all them shit broke. Like country was kind of my favorite fucking music. But yeah, obviously that changed.
Yeah, that's only last for so long before you.
Like I've actually been to a Garth Brooks concert in my life.
Damn, you went to Garth Brooks?
Yeah.
Garth Brooks is probably like where the unfortunate pop influence started.
Yeah, although the music's still really good. Like I still really enjoy it.
Garth Brooks is good. It's just he's like where the pop transition started, unfortunately, and it never really got better.
Yeah, I mean his was good. Yeah, and there's definitely some shit now that's just like, god damn, it's like cliche type shit, and it's again way too poppy. Although again, I don't view Garth Brooks or like a Travis Tritt, Clint Black, or George Strait, because those are kind of the same era.
Yeah,
like those guys are like Travis Tritt's a lot more upbeat. I don't know if you're familiar with Travis Tritt.
I'm in the country too. I like country music. I like real country. Yeah. I just like after them, I kind of like lose interest because after their era is when it really became shitty pop music, and it was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm done now.
Yeah,
when then, I'll listen to anything from anything Garth Brooks and before, essentially.
Yeah, when they started essentially. It became a weird thing of like pop singers, country singers, and rappers were all covering each other's fucking songs. I don't know. It was just kind of fucking weird.
That's the record companies being like, what can we get away with and just still make money off of?
Yeah.
Can we combine this? Is this going to be the next big thing? If we combine that, is it going to be the next big thing? And it was, I
Yeah.
think, around the same time when naturally there were a couple of rockers who also did rap. Because you know, like white people aren't allowed to be rappers, so they would go out and do like rock music, but they'd throw rap in their rock with it, and that got like really
Yeah.
big for a little bit. There was like a little bubble of that. And I think
Yeah.
that's when they
311.
started being like, let's try country and rap. Let's try country and rock. Let's try like what can we
Well, I
what can
think-
we
well,
mix that
Travis-
people will like? What can we make money off of?
Yeah, Travis Tritt stuff is really good, but that is kind of a. It seems like it's country for sure, but it seems like it's like a rock influenced country, but good. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Well,
it's a little more upbeat.
Not every combination is bound to be terrible. It was just
Yeah, it's just how it's done. If it's a good song, it's a good song. Yeah.
if it's so. Here's the thing: the way I look
Although
at it
you
is,
could say
in
that
general,
about
if
Leonard
it's a
Skinner the other
natural
way.
thing, if it's like an actual artist and that's just the way they like to do their art, that
Yeah,
tends to be pretty
yeah.
good. Like influence of a little rock on some country because that's the way the artist likes to do their music. It's
Yeah.
when it's totally artificial and it's just somebody writing it because they're like, the kids like this, right?
Yeah, yeah, they're
kind
just
of
trying to
becomes-
do it to fucking make money and be popular with the youngins.
that's
Yeah, although I
what
guess
it
Leonard
is.
Skinner, it's kind of the same in reverse as Travis Tritt. It's like rock, but it's got obviously country influences in a lot of their songs. Yeah,
But that was just like how Travis Tritt was. That wasn't as manufactured. That was like somebody who was already doing that, and the record company was like, "Oh, well, this is the trend. Let's pick him up."
yeah,
Which
yeah.
is a whole different thing. Yeah, it's not like Backstreet Boys where they're like, "Well, these five guys are individually not really that great, but if we put them together, we might be able to sell albums." And it just turned out to really work really well. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And Justin Timberlake is actually pretty fucking talented dude. if I
Yeah.
have
Oh
to
yeah.
be
Yeah.
honest,
No.
dude.
Some of those guys went on to be really like big, I guess, in various different things. So.
Yeah,
Like, because I think some of them went into like TV and some of them went into like game shows and shit like that. Like, they didn't just disappear altogether.
right. Yeah, yeah. Because like Timberlake is a good musician, and he's fucking seems like a pretty funny dude, man.
Yeah, seems like a nice guy. I don't know anything against him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a
Yeah,
fan
he's
of the
alright.
Backstreet
But
Boys
thinking
or
about-
NSYNC or any of those groups, but I don't like have anything
Yeah.
like against the people that were in them. Like, yeah, you made your money. Good for you, man. Like,
Yeah,
right on,
you
make that fucking cash.
made the cut there. Yeah, yeah,
I don't like the music, so I don't listen to it. But other than that, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Have you seen? Do you remember the Dick in the Box thing? With,
yeah. Oh yeah. The
Justin
Dick in the
Timberlake
Box thing was fucking
going
hilarious.
around?
That was
Dude,
pretty
it
good.
was so fucking great, dude.
A lot of respect for that.
Yes, my dick in a box. Hanukkah, dick in a box. God damn, I haven't listened to that in a while.
Mardi Gras, Dick in a Box. Oh, you know what? It is 6:20 and I can smell dinner in there, and I'm ready to go eat.
Oh, fuck, dude.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna call it a day.
Set it off. Very well. I am with you, man. So it looks like no